It is great to be back. I did see the Pope.
Yeah,
I got to see the Pope before I killed him.
24 hours later, he was died.
He's dead.
Welcome back.
It's great to be back, Scud. And yeah, look, it's been a long time coming. I've been really looking forward to this afternoon as well. And what a game to actually come back to as well. So Moe, Leongatha, 2 top sides. But before we get started, Scud.
Yes.
Quickly before we get started, I bought some presents for the team.
Did you? Oh, hello.
All right, so you've got to go with it because the 2 skippers, I had to actually haggle a fair bit in Venice. So one for Poppy, one for Scud. All right, so you got to put them on. Unfortunately,
How do we put them on?
you got to put them on like that. There you go. And then in Switzerland, I bought this one for Paul Carter.
Yes.
So Paul Carter has to wear that.
Very good. Thank you.
You're not going to be Gilligan. You got to make sure you put them on.
Yeah. No. Very good.
So
Was
very
this
important.
the hat from the skipper you sat behind?
I did. I sat behind him and he said, "That looks great."
How do we look?
You've
Yeah.
stuffed.
Very good, mate.
I just realised they were kid sizes after I bought it, so
Yeah.
the haggling wasn't real great, but they did cost me a fair bit.
I can imagine.
Look at Paul Carter! Have a look. Paul Carter, have a look.
That's an
all
absolute
good.
cracker.
But we've got something for later on. We'll save that for later, but it's great to be back. Great to be back.
Very good. Of course, the number one stats man in the business is here. He's just working out his hat at the moment. he looked like a right royal flog.
What the hell happened to him?
Paul Carter, how are you?
You say it's not Gilligan's Island. I feel like Mary Ann, I think. I'm good, thank you, Daryl. Good afternoon to all listeners. Yeah, much anticipated match this one this afternoon. Teams right at the top of the ladder. If Moe don't win this one, they sit at 2-2, and it's really probably a disappointing start to the season, you'd say. I mean, it was a narrow loss to Traralgon. They certainly have to match it with Leongatha today at the very least.
Paul, who wins and by how much?
Well, I'm actually going to go for Moe. I think they might be up for it, and I think Moe by about 12 points.
All right, Boxer.
Yeah, I'm thinking Leongatha at home. It's going to be a real tight contest for me. It's going to be 8 points for me.
All right, and Pop.
Yeah, single digits for me too. Home side. I'm going to go 5 points.
All right, I think this will be a great game.
Here we go.
Nothing's changed here.
I think Moe's going to win by a point.
Really?
I'm going to punch him.
Nothing's
It's going to be a great game. These 2 sides match up very, very well at the moment and looking forward in the middle. So Riley Baldy's in the middle to start with. Their new recruit, Miles Paholke's in there as well with Trent Baldy. And the ruckman is Chris Prowse. While for Leongatha, their new recruit, Jacob Warren, will start in there. And it looks like Ben Harding is going to go to Paholke to start with, Marriott on Baldy. Goodness gracious.
And there's a little bit of niggle as well too, Scud, so looking forward to this.
Well, umpire's going to get us underway, and the 2 ruckmen will go at it. Warren will tap it down. There's Marriott, quickly wrapped up in the tackle. We're going to do it again. And a secondary stoppage right in the middle of Parrot Park. Prowse gains the spot, but Warren tapped it down. Heppel tapped it forward for the Parrot. Crashing in there at all fours was Van Dyke. Squeezed it out. Heppel's little kick is nice.
Beautiful.
Great vision. Jack Hume has it 60 metres out. 2 forwards present. Pelicano's one. And the other one's Garnham.
Look at that.
Takes the mark. Good ball use.
It was a perfect setup, Scud, too. Pelicano and Garnham with a 2 out down the forward as well. Hume, he's playing high. He's a good lead-up kick. He was in front, did the right thing as well. Heppel's kick was even superb as well. But when you run to the open side, it's open and clear. Garnham had plenty of space to run into. Pelicano opened the area up for him as well.
So the first quarter for Metricon Homes, love where you live. Jensen Garnham kicking towards the Strzelecki end of the ground at Parrot Park. Runs around slightly, gains some extra distance. Right to left, goal line, all clear. Umpire had a great view on it and says thank you very much. It's home.
Nice.
Jensen Garnham gets the first for the Parrots.
Yeah, it's a perfect kick, Scud, as well. And I like when Garnham gets a little bit sort of outside of his range, and I thought the 40 would have been a little bit of a test for him. He actually hit it, nailed it really well. He just arced around just to get a little bit of distance as well. So great start there by the Parrots.
And on Metricon Homes scoreboard, that goal came at the right on the 1 minute mark, and that's the margin that they lead by.
And I can tell you right now, Paul Carter's got his Mother's Day present organised. He does seem to be wearing it at the moment. But
Don't take it off. I see you guys have taken yours off already. The skippers should be wearing their hats. Oh, your hair got messed up. That's what it was.
Got in my view, that's all.
right, here we go. And we know Garnham, who's kicked the first goal of the game, is a confidence player. When he's hot, he's very hot. A dream start for the home side. Ball back in the centre, nice tap down, but Moe win the clearance. They do it through Trent Baldy. Right half back flank, right half forward flank, I should say, for Moe as they attack to the town end of Leongatha. Nice little handball, and coming out with it is Jeffers. Former Yanar player now with the Lions. A good mark in defence. Good strong mark, Sammy Forrester. It sets up the play for the home side to go forward as they find Westaway.
Yeah, back pocket. Going to switch it back to the near side. And can find a teammate back there. It is Maskell. So Cade Maskell now rolls. Left foot. We'll get some matchups for you in a moment. Just in the field of play, Ty Hall takes a mark. Boxer, as soon as you got some matchups down in that Moe forward line, let us know.
Yep.
As Ty Hall drives it to the wing area, the ruckmen set themselves. No one can mark. Riley Baldy picked it up at pace to Van Dyke. Now give it across there quickly to a teammate. And they drive it back inside forward. Top of the 50 it goes. Marriott's there, handled over the shoulder. Forrester, Maskell. And now nice outlet kick. Finds Jack Hume. And under pressure, Leongatha can just find targets, although that kick was smothered. They go to ground level. And that was Dykstra. Van Dyke's there, little scrubby kick, inside forward 50 it goes. Slick handball from Balfour, and Baldy tripped. Free kick to Riley Baldy. Wants to play on quickly, and Baldy goes to the open area where Sim has it directly in front, 48 metres, gets a nice shepherd on its way over the goal umpire's head. Great work and great team play. Good shepherd. I just didn't pick up who was the shepherding teammate, but allowed Sim just have a little bit of space. So there it is, goal for Sim.
And the thing about Moe is then too, they were very quick to open the ball up pretty well. As soon as Baldy won that free kick, and the free kick was there, he was quick to play on. Harry Sim was on his own, and actually Prowse was on his own, probably 30 metres out from goal as well, but he's prepared to take on the game, and first goal to there to Moe.
Metric on home scoreboard sees the teams locked at 1 goal apiece after 3 minutes of play.
So even in the first 3 minutes, centre clearance is absolutely crucial. A couple apiece, or at least one apiece out of that centre as we ball up number 3. And this time Leongatha get the tap forward. The big man for the Parrots was Jacob Warren that got the tap, but Moe win the clearance at centre half forward they go. Fight is on at that area. Holding the ball was the call. Play on is what the umpire says, and now a throw is going to go the way of the visitors. And it's going to be Baldy who's been busy. It's a busy Baldy that plays on from centre half forward, kicks to the left pocket, can't find a teammate. Free kick's going to go the way of Moe, and it's going to go the way possibly to Harry Pepper. And he's 20 metres out directly in front. 2 in a row is definitely a possibility. Definitely a possibility?
Definitely,
yes.
Definitely a possibility as well. And just want to work out why they're asking me if I'm a human being, if I want to go on the player HQ on Gippsland League.
Yeah,
then I got it wrong.
They've been listening.
And look at that, you've got to...
Let's confirm you are human.
They've been listening to the pre-game.
Yes.
They're now questioning everything you do, Box.
That's a hat.
Here we go. Harry Pepper, 20 metres out. Maybe 25 directly in front. I reckon he's kicked it. He has. He's happy. And so is his side. And so they should be. That's 2 in a row.
Yeah, it was quick play again. Baldy again in the middle of it as well. So a little bit of a hello there for Leongatha as well, with Baldy getting so much space early. I know his matchup is Tom Marriott, but he's been deadly with the 2 first goals to Moe. So something's got to be done there from the Parrots to make sure that Baldy doesn't have this influence that he's already have early in the game.
Well, Moe now take a 6-point lead. We've played 5 minutes in the first quarter. Metric on home scoreboard. Moe 2 straight 12. Leongatha 1 goal straight.
Which ones are the buckets?
Metric on Homes, love where you live. First quarter action on TRFM. It is Gippsland Live. Warren taps it down again. Prowse grabbed it though. Handballed forward. There's Kim Drew. Trent Baldy closes quickly. Marriott's there to help. Got a handball away. Didn't go too far though. It went in the hands now of Cheffers. Right foot kick around his body into a dangerous spot over the leading forward. Crocker comes out to meet it. Trapped it quickly there was Scagliarini, and seems to be wearing the jumper number 57. We want to get that confirmed. We did have him down as jumper 36, but we need to get Scagliarini down for 57, and I've just had a thumbs up. Prowse taps it down. Marriott with a quick kick. Clears the area. A free kick over the shoulder going against Jordan Shields in the way of Ty Hall for Leongatha. Looks for the switch, not there. Maskell now runs. He handballs out the back to Cade Maskell. And a nice kick to Marriott in front of Scagliarini. So Marriott looks up. They trail by 6 points to the Parrots. Has to check his kick and go backwards. Finds Nash. Defensive back pocket for the Parrots now. Might get called to play, and he does now. Has to chip his kick to Heppel under pressure from Trent Baldy. We'll see a boundary thrown out of side.
And you know what's good about that play then too by Moe? One thing they've really done now is they're not allowing Leongatha to get space. So that's why they've forced them back. The short kick back through, and now they've forced the error and they've kept the ball inside the danger spot.
Yeah, and we've heard about all 36 players being in a half. For a moment there, 36 players were almost in a quarter of the grounders. Bordy hopes to get on the end of a tap. He does. Can he keep it in play? He can. Oh, no, he can't. He thought he had it, and then he didn't, and it's spilled over the boundary line. Compliments of some pressure from Nick Argento. So we're right on the crossroads of the forward 50 and boundary. Moe into attack, kicking to the right of Radio, or the Leongatha town end. And at the moment, Moe lead 2 straight goals to 1 goal. We've played 7.5 minutes of this first quarter.
Cheffers with a nice little handball to Baldy. Flying shot, kept it skinny though. Minor score. Paul Carter, I think it is.
It's a 7-point lead to Moe. Metric on home scoreboard, 2-1-13, leading Leongatha 1 goal straight 6, and Boxy's hat is quite comfortable.
Yes.
Nice and warm.
Well, you
Look,
need a pair of fluffy
too.
slippers, and you've got my attention.
Cade Maskell out of full back.
So Cade Maskell looks to go straight down the corridor. Does he? No, chooses to go to the outer side of the ground. Can he find a teammate? He can't. There was some good pressure from Pepper, and Pepper's pressure proved very costly for Leongatha, but inboard they've gone, and geez, this bloke's been good already. Miles Paholke has marked the ball right on the arc of 50. Not right, straight front in front of goal, but it's the slightest of angles, and he's backing himself in distance-wise.
Ex-Adelaide Crow is Miles.
So Miles Paholke will kick from outside the 50 arc, and it's going to have to be all of 55 metres. Conditions are perfect. Off the boot looks okay, and tell you what, he hits the left upright. Nice leg. Just accuracy was the problem.
2-2-14 Moe now, and ahead of Leongatha, 1 goal straight 6. Metric on home scoreboard, almost 9 minutes played first quarter.
And entries into forward 50, Paul?
Moe have had the last 6 after Leongatha had the first 1.
They go short. Forrester takes the mark. Down the line is Warren. He might just go in that direction. Prowse will just wait, though. It's kicked over his head. Hume will get the fly. No one can really take the grab there at ground level. Nice little handball from Lammers to Hall. And now Hall went inboard. The free kick's going to go to Warren.
Just that pressure from Moe at the moment to keep the ball away. Their one-on-ones have been perfect.
Warren's kick to a one-on-one, and it is Garnham in front. Maslin with the spoil. Comes to ground level. Handball over the top. Nicely done from Paxton. Out now to Maslin. He's got a runner out there with Sim. Turns and goes, chips it to Masters over his head, running onto is Scagliarini. He handballs to Paholke in some open space. He's got a runner in Pepper, gives the handball. Pepper's 70 metres out, puts it into the pocket. Crocker's there, and it missed him. Kicked it over his head. Got a little bit too good a purchase on that, did Pepper. It actually went out of bounds on the full. And the matchup's Boxer, what do you got for us?
Yeah, look, it's Westerways with Prowse at the moment. I just can't pick up who's on Crocker at the moment, deep in the goal square for Leongatha. But a big afternoon for them because he moves really well, Crocker.
The Maskell got the hands off Bent Velsen. Now he's kick outside towards Hall. Shields will come and spoil. Ground level, although Hall's going to get it back. Nicely done. Squeezed a handball to Argento. Arches the back. Goes inboard to Lammers. Must win it and does. Over the top to Jack Hume. Shrugs one tackle. Then gets caught in another. Flicks a handball out. Good work by Lammers. Heppel comes through. Great vision. Just missed him by foot though. Got over the top of the head there from his teammate in Davidson. Out there is Tallenbrell and Sim. Sim's in the front spot. Sim drags it in. Now slaps it out. And the runner there, Scagliarini, gives it to Masters.
He does. The Masters has got some room to wiggle from the left half-back flank. Goes short, finds his teammate. That teammate being Paholke. Just up from left half-back, goes through the corridor. There's some room to move. Well done. Finds his teammate Scagliari and goes to the top of the square. Can he find a winner? He can't. Umpire calls play on, or does he?
It was a high fend
Free
off.
kick and now play on advantage, and it goes to Leongatha. Fortuitously, they've got the numbers to ease this ball out of defensive 50. They handball out. They're not as clean as you come to expect over the last few years, and that's because of the Moe pressure.
Now, the pressure's been enormous by Moe. It's been unbelievable, to be honest. But they're actually picking him off through the corridor as well. That's Scagliarini. He is a class act. Just a couple of things that he's done with the ball is very, very silky.
Pepper's high contact on Bent Velsen. He's okay. Ball comes back in there. Scagliarini again. And Cheffers is out there as well. Good tackler is Luke Cheffers. Under pressure of the Leongatha defence. Outward kick. Switching ground towards Toll Hill. Shields will close. Good body work from Shields. He slips over though. Now they go back. Leongatha got the numbers. Argento goes backwards to Lammers. Lammers now got a little bit of space now. Runs in. It was Nash in the end. Chips it over the top to Talon Brill and says, go and get it. It sits nicely for Brill. Garnham doubles back. Brill's got to get good purchase on the left. Can't do so. And chipping in front there is, for the teammate opposition, Brock Smith.
So Brock Smith gives, and he wants to go to Nathan Scagliarani and find Sims left half back flank. So both of these two players have been very good. Inboard they go. And Moe through the corridor. Can't pick up the play with the long sleeves. Won't be too long before I do. Is Ben Maslin. Goes inside forward 50 for the visiting side. Baldy. Check side kick. Top of the square. It's a mark to Moe. Directly in front. It goes away of Miles Pahulki.
It was a kick there from young Crocker, though, too, that got the kick-off initially. But it's been set up from their half-back line here for Moe as well. Harry Sim, he's lagging back, so he's playing that loose man technically through the back line, and his kicking and disposal's perfect. So he's been able to set him up through the corridor, and they've got a goal now right through there for Moe as well.
Good work and nice. A nice 10 minutes of play, really. We've played 12 minutes, but outside the first 60 seconds, it's been all Moe.
Miles Pahulki getting that goal for the Lions. Paul Cutter.
It's now 3-2-20, the Lions, on the Metricon home scoreboard. They are leading by 14 points over Leongatha, who are 1 goal straight 6, and we're at the 13-minute mark, first quarter.
Big moments, all thanks to the Mall Bowling Club. Tonight, you can grab a $25 pot and palmer every Saturday night. It's back open too, Boxer. You can dine under the dome at the Morwell Bowling Club, which is good to see down there, of course. We do also have the Zambrero goal that A contender up for grabs as well. We know that Talon Brill likes that one. But at the moment, it's been all Moe. They've kicked the last 3 goals of the game. And as we said, they're out to a 14-point margin in this first quarter. Kurt Holt's doing some ruck work. Nice little tap. Pahulki gets it from the middle. Kicks to centre half forward area for the Lions. Coming out to meet it was Maskell. Goes to ground. Squeeze the handball out. There's a little bit of a push and shove off the ball here. Great work by Pepper. Tried to run through a couple. Now comes the other way was Nash. Drives it to half forward. Big pack. Maslin stands his ground. And Ben Maslin for the Lions will go back into the middle of the ground to Pahulki. He's racking them up. Miles looks up. Nowhere really to go. He's got Scagliarani on the outer side. Ignored that. Masters ran past. Ignored. He's been called to play on. And the kick just goes high and hope. Kelty, who is playing forward. 2 bites. Play on to the umpire. Quickly handball. Grabbed off by Hayden Lindsay. And he's wrapped up. We're going to stoppage. 14.5 minutes first quarter for Metricon Homes.
All over the ground. Leongatha finding it hard to create space. They've done it now, just as I speak, and they come grandstand side where Hall's the target. He's come up against 2 opponents as one. In fact, Prowse came off the bench for Moe, and now it's a turnover.
Corridor.
Yeah, they used the corridor nicely, and on the end of it is Scott Van Dyke.
50.
Who goes with 50-metre penalty. Now, is that going to go to Scott himself?
That was against Argento. He went over the mark as well. He was told to stand still, and he was picked off there by the umpire. So it's good umpiring from that perspective, though, too. But it puts Van Dyke within kicking range as well. So a few errors and a real unusual errors from Leongatha at the moment.
Yeah, and credit where it's due. It's all coming because of the pressure from Moe. So Scott Van Dyke will have another scoring opportunity for the visiting side. Remembering they lead 3-2-20 to 1 goal already. And one of those misses hit the upright. So that margin could be greater, but Scott Van Dyke will be wanting to press the button. And on that occasion, he just drags it to the left, and there's another minor score.
Taking Moe to a 15-point lead on the Metricon home scoreboard. The Lions are 3-3-21, leading Leongatha 1 goal straight 6.
Metricon's More Love celebration is on now. We're feeling the love in the box here as well. Box has brought all the gifts back from his European trip. As Maskell plays on, kicks to the near side. Willis will be the target. Gets over the back there. Shields, gathers it, handballs inboard to Baldy. All on his own. And Baldy will chisel it over the back. Pepper's got the set. Doesn't quite get off the ground. Forrester's there, as is Maskell. They mop up the mess. Goes short to Westaway. Westaway quickly plays on. Forrester under pressure. Can they get out of this? Leongatha went to Drew. Attacking it hard was Moe's Pepper. And eventually a stoppage. They don't get away with it. Just a fraction off of their hands.
That's that pressure from Moe again we've spoken about too. So they've just maintained it so far in this first quarter.
Prowse taps it over the back and now has a fresh area after he grabbed it. A quick hand from Miles Pahulki. Goes inboard. Kick around the body. Dykstra lands on the chest of Belfer. Left foot shot, and that's how you get a stoppage goal. Great persistence pays off there. Jacob Belfer getting the goal for the Lions. They've got 4 in a row now.
Yeah, Scott, they didn't protect that defensive side of their inside defensive 50 there, Leongatha. It was really un-Leongatha-like, to be honest. But they're running on top of the ground at the moment, Moe, and they are really showing a good, clean set of heels. I've never seen Leongatha make so many errors inside their defensive 50. They've been forced out wide so many times coming out of that 50 as well. And Moe have just been picking them off all so far this afternoon.
To a 21-point lead at the 17-minute mark of the first quarter. Metric on home scoreboard, Moe 4-3-27 leading Leongatha 1 straight 6.
So Moe owning the corridor and owning the game in the midway part of this first quarter. A long way to go. Leongatha have been in positions like this before, make no mistake, but right now they're in a spot of bother as they go forward, and they do it through Baldy. That was Trent, inside forward 50 again, from one Baldy to another. It's Riley this time that goes looking for. Can he find a teammate? He can, but the good pressure from Leongatha means a free kick will be awarded, and it will go the way of the Parrots. But they've been hanging on by the hair on their chinny chin chin. Sam Forrester has the ball at the moment. Right back pocket, goes short, finds Marriott. That's Tom. He's been quiet, his opponent. Riley Baldy's been busy. They work the ball outside of the corridor to Nash. They're wanting to come inside. There's nothing there. They go along the line from half back to half forward. I reckon it's a mowing mark. No, it's play on. And they've got the break and they've got room. Brill can get on the end of it. The kick needs to be perfect. The kick is not perfect, but Brill earned the free kick. And now Brill on a 45-degree angle. He goes short. Yep, found Garnham. And Garnham, who kicked the first of the game, will get the opportunity to bring up his and the side second, and they desperately need it.
It's a better build-up by Leongatha, but they weren't clean. They're still not as clean as we've seen Leongatha in the past, so they had to really work hard for it. The back line of Moe has been really set up well, and Maslin and company have been really good, especially without Kilty. Kilty's down forward, so we've got to remember they're doing the job without their key defender who's playing forward.
So Garnham comes in. More times than not, they go forward, they go right when they kick from goal from here, but this one's an absolute cracker, like his first one, and it just eases a little bit of the pressure for the home side.
Yeah, it was a big moment. They needed that one. All thanks to them all bowling club there as Garnham gets his second.
Yeah, look, it's a great finish there too. And you've got to remember, we're not seeing the best of Leongatha. They're only a couple of goals down as we speak. But if they can just get it together, the influence of Moe at the moment is the fact that their midfield is absolutely dominating right now. So they've just got to get a lot better inside that midfield. And
Leongatha's second goal comes at the 19-minute mark, reduces Moe's lead back to 15 points on the metric on home scoreboard. Moe 4-3-27, leading Leongatha 2 goals straight, 12 inside 50s to date, 14-4 Moe's way.
Great to have your company on Tower FM. It is Gippsland Live, thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. The clearance is won by Moe. Trent Baldy kicks, and trying to claim that mark on that occasion was Leongatha's half-back flanker there in Hayden Lindsay, but the umpire didn't pay it. Ball bobbles around a little bit there. Heppel's fighting hard. The umpire will ball it up.
Well, some interesting scores around the grounds too, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland. I'll get to them shortly after this ball up, Scud.
All right. Pressing again for the Lions. Holt's doing the ruck duties. Up against Warren. Heppel's there. Squeezed a handball back to Warren. Can't get it cleanly, but he stands up in a tackle. He's a strong boy. 2 or 3 Lions attack him. Lions have been fantastic in this opening quarter. For Metricon Homes, they lead by 15. Warren taps it down clearly. Scagliarini gets it out to Holt. Holt handball into open space. Here's Riley Baldy. Twisting, blind turn. Handballs across now. Belfer at pace. Left foot around the body. Gets to the goal line. Nicely done. Travis Nash takes the mark on the last line. He looks up. Went to go to the other side. Now comes from the grandstand side at Parrot Park. It's off the side of the boot. Scagliarini couldn't get the handle on it. Holt gives it to Van Dyke. Van Dyke kicks to the pocket. Checks his kick. Crocker takes the chest mark. Well, no, he doesn't.
Just spilled it.
Had the double bite. Missed it over the boundary line. Good call, Pop. Boundary throw in. Deep inside Moe's forward line. They lead by 15.
So at the moment, the Parrots up against the Lions. They feel as though they're in a coliseum at the moment. And they're the Romans because they are all over them, this visiting side. As they come out of defensive 50, Holt tried to cut it off and did. Ball gets held in that 50-metre area, though. Moe continuing their onslaught, their attack. They're relentless at the moment. 7 scoring shots to 2. They lead by just 15 points, however. 4-3 to 2 straight goals. Holt has a fresh airy. Sit and kick. They go towards Pelicano. Can he keep the ball in? He can't. Players beaten to the ball. Boundary. Wins out. Right half, forward flank. Moe continue to attack.
Harvey Norman Furniture around the grounds. Box.
Just a couple of quick ones. Sale, they lead 3-3-21 to Druin 1-1-7. And in a close one down at Morwell, Morwell is 1-2-8 to Wonthaggi 1-1-7. So nice close one there as well.
And Wonthaggi have just scored another one just as you spoke.
Heppel handballs across to Hume. He goes to half forward, open space. Good kick to Brill. Can't complete the mark but keeps his feet. Masters will close. He's got some wheels. Brill gets around him though. And the right foot wobbly kick. Front spot Paxton couldn't complete the mark. Masden left it behind. Now they dive on top of Maslin. In trouble. Umpire said, my ball.
Just a couple of times Brill going inside forward 50. Once on the left, that time on the right. The kick's not quite right.
Rushed.
Today you can't be not quite right.
22 minutes, first quarter. 15 points the Parrots trail by. Secondary stoppage coming up. The umpire's just going to let it go for a little bit. Kim Drew checks the kick out towards Brill. Masters is there. Tries to duck the shoulder. Stands up. Gives a handball back to Drew. Van Dyke will close. Got through the tackle, did Kim Drew. And good kick.
He's a star.
He is a great player. Kept his feet. Well done. Does he like the Zambrero goal today, contender? I think he does.
I think he does too. And I think it was a great setup then too. Brill has been, for me, the best forward for Leongatha this afternoon, even though Garner might have a couple. At the same time, Brill's been leading up, so he's really presented well. And again, then he held his ground and kept his feet, got the handball off to Drew, who just had that class edge just to finish that off and give Leongatha a much-needed goal, mate.
Moe's lead back to 9 points, 23-minute mark of the first quarter. They are 4-3-27, leading Leongatha 3 straight 18 on the metric on home scoreboard, and Leongatha's 3 goals have come from 5 inside 50.
Yeah, unbelievable, really, that Moe only lead by a goal and a bit of loose change, given that they've had, probably 80% of the play. And let's see if they can do it again as they try to work their way out of the guts of the Parrot Park. They can't because Leongatha now do it through Drew, and they come from the half-back line inside to Pelicano. It was a nice leg from Walker. Pelicano led well. Now he's kicked into the man of the mark, but he gets a second go at it. Can he find a teammate? Brill, this time he can't. No, cut off. And I reckon it was by Liam Masters, who played in front of Brill, and now he plays on and goes to the outer side of the ground. Oh, that kick was short. It's going to be cut off. Who's going to get hold of this one? It's a 50-50 ball, and it's a win for Leongatha because the ball gets held in their area. Nicely done it was too by Jensen Garnham. The kick didn't have as much air as it needed and gave Garnham a half chance. He nearly took it. 20 metres out from Leongatha goal, coming through nicely this time, though, was Maslin. He clears the area, goes towards Scagliarani, or is that Dykstra? And the ball is out of play. Yep. And within 45 metres of Leongatha's goals. Again, they're kicking to the scoreboard end, or the Mubu North end, left of radio. If they can jag another one here, we've played 24 3/4 minutes. If they jag another one, they'd go in thinking that's a good result given the state of play. Prowse took it out of the air but couldn't find a teammate. Leongatha all of a sudden have lifted somewhat. Can they keep the ball in the area? That's the $64 question. A handball more in hope came from Scagliarani, was it?
Yep.
And now the ball's still 60 metres from home. So it's right half, forward flank for Leongatha.
It's just like they flicked the switch a little bit, Leongatha, as well. Now they're just forcing the hand of Moe, forcing the error, forcing the turnover as well. So they've had a majority of the play the last few minutes. They've just got to capitalise on it now.
Yeah, it's pressure and it's ball use. Here's Scagliarani. Gives it across to Sim. That was a shocker.
Jesus.
Got it towards Dykstra. He's going to give it back to Sim, who ran on nicely. Just left the footy behind, but it came back to him. Van Dyke to Cheffers. Goes back by hands. Heppel's there. Got support. Nicely done. Nash gives it across now to Drew. Drew's chiselling kick to half forward, looking for the boundary line. Does he find it? He does. Moe want the deliberate. Don't get it. That's exactly what he was after.
There was an umpire right in the right position then too, so a great call there by the umpire because it was actually kicked to a leading player. So it's not deliberate when you actually kick into a player.
Nathan Scagliarini, the new recruit, Skaggs as they call him at Moe, is tapped down by Warren. Here he is. Skaggs gives a handball back to Van Dyke. Gets around one. Handball to Ball. He's okay. Tries to don't argue on Walker. Come off okay. Outboard kick to Shields. 4 touches, but they've gone 5 metres and backwards. Shields has it. 26-minute mark, first quarter. Moe lead by 9. Kick to the wing. Turned over. Heppel takes the mark. Back pedals. I've had some good stat winners early. We'll get to these during the break, of course, thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute. Heppel's been busy. Right foot kick. in the direction of Argento, and Shields put a hand up to force it to go over for a boundary throw-in.
What a difference a few games of senior football last year for Shields. He played, and now he's already been very, very prominent in his first quarter. He's just looks like a nice little complete player in the making.
Yeah, the Gippsland Power system doing him wonders. Played the first couple of games at Gippsland Power, as have a couple of these Moe boys as well. Oh, big pack. Baldy gave it to a teammate.
Free kick.
It was there. It wasn't malicious, but it was definitely there.
So Kim Drew, Pelicano presents. Van Dyke backpedals. Pelicano can't complete the mark.
Free kick.
Pushing the back from Paxton. And Van Dyke said, I put my body on the line. It wasn't you. It was against Paxton.
I actually want to see him actually clench those. He had enough distance on him there as well.
He's presenting
you've got to
well,
present. Oh, look, he's actually presented very well. And the thing is, for Leongatha, they need him to present because they are falling down. Hume's been playing high half forward, has had no influence on the game. Pelicano, the last 2 or 3 minutes, has presented well. He's got an opportunity here to finish off, though.
This will be huge. Directly in front, 27.5 minutes, 49 metres. Gets underneath it, but got the distance. Justin Pelicano.
You let him know about it too. He might let a few know he did.
The margin's back to 3 box.
Yeah, it's a great kick then as well. And like Poppy said, a player like Pelicano, even though he presented and he dropped the mark, he should have actually taken that mark and just to let him know that, hang on, you want to kick the ball inside 50 and I'm in front, I'm going to mark it. But what a great finish, though, as well then by Pelicano. Leongatha are back.
And in the space of just 9 minutes, Moe's 21-point lead has become 3 at the 28-minute mark of the first quarter. Metric on home scoreboard, Moe 4-3-27, leading Leongatha 4 straight 24.
Yeah, the visiting Lions would be scratching their head as they look at the scoreboard and go, hang on a minute. We've controlled this game and we're up front by a bit of loose change as the ball gets balled up and then held in. Nice tackle it was by the man we call Skaggs.
21 points up, 16-minute mark.
They're up by 4 goals.
So Willis tries to get, he gets lumped out of the way. Nicely done, rode beautifully
Well
by
done.
Hulk.
Great tackle, though.
Tackle causes a turnover, and now getting on the end of it or attempting to was Ty Hall. Just overrun it. The handball wasn't quite there. Nicely done. Van Dyke received a handball from, it was Harry Sim, I thought. Left half forward flank. Now it's Wills that come through. Does it nicely. Does the big ruckman in Benny Willis and then finds a teammate, or does he? No, only momentarily. And now there's a free kick going to be paid for a good tackle, and Ty Hall's on the break and he can be utilised. He is too. Right half forward flank goes to the lead and finds a teammate there in big Jacob Warren. He wants to move the ball quickly. Kicks to Garnham, who can and took a fly, got a grab, and then it fell through his hands. Now Ty Hall lays a good tackle and he's backed up by Sammy Forrester as well. And the ball is going to be balled up in 40 metres from Moe's goals. Not sure if you're hearing that crackling noise in the background, but if you are, apologies. We're trying to work on it as we speak. Ball balled up and Prowse overrun it. Quick kick forward again. It came from the big man from Leongatha in Jacob Warren. They're working hard to keep the ball in the area. Too high is the call.
Yep.
It's going to go Leongatha's way. And can you believe this? They could be in front at quarter time. We've ticked over 30 minutes.
Yep.
They were 18 points down just 14 minutes ago, and now Kim Drew, who's already kicked one, that was a contender for the Zambrero goal of the day, has got the opportunity to kick his second. Unbelievable.
Incredible. It's an incredible game of football, isn't it? We've had 8 goals kicked in this first quarter. The conditions are absolutely perfect. Leongatha, big chance to be in front right now.
Kim Drew, 45. From goal. Has he done? He's hit the left upright. Just when you want more drama, he says, there you go, Pop. Take a piece of that post.
Leongatha now 4-1-25, 2 points in arrears of Moe 4-3-27. Metric on home scoreboard, almost 31 minutes played.
Well, Van Dyke comes to the near side. What a game of footy, as we'd expected on Saturday afternoon. Kelty, the target, couldn't complete it. Paholke, well roved, over the top to Jeffers. Gets it back to Paholke, under pressure. Nash is there, squeezed a handball to Walker. Forward one, missed Hall. Comes the other way, Shields. Gathers it, siren sounds. What a great quarter of football. Stand and applaud like Poppy does. We've had a fantastic first quarter of footy in the Gippsland League of round 4. It
Unreal.
is Moe 4-3-27, leading Leongatha at quarter time, 4-1-25. What a quarter it's been. As you'd expect, you are listening to Gippsland Live on TRFM. We'll get a quick break here at quarter time. All thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Traralgon. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home, thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Traralgon. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info. CDBU 48113.
Let's take a look at the top 5 goals from round 3. Kicking us off at number 1, Samuel Grummusk from Warrigal. This is brilliant, turning into traffic, and brilliant goal. Just sneaks it in. Look at that on the replay. Ho, ho, ho. Number 2, Boyd Bailey from Morwell. Out the ruck contest. Barrel time! Bang!
It's an unbelievable goal. It's a torp from about 55 out against the trend.
Number 3, James Harrison from Warrigal. Kicked 5 in this quarter, but this was his best. Look at the checky. Ho ho! I love his work.
No way.
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
Tell you what.
Are you kidding me, James?
Is that Harrison again?
Number 4, the quick-thinking Aaron Heppel from Leongatha. Out the pack, no one at home, and just dribbles it through. Number 5, Luke Sheffers here from Moe. Let's see what the big chef is cooking up. He's on the boundary, dribbles it home. Ha ha ha, I like it a lot.
Welcome back to Para Park. It is the quarter time break here in round 4, and it's a great game. 2 points. Moe lead at 4-3-27, and Leongatha got the last 3 goals of the quarter to close the margin. 4-1-25. An interesting one there. It was 2 goals to Jensen Gardam, single to Kim Drew and Justin Pelicano. And while for Moe, it's singles to Pepper, Sim, Miles Paholke and Jacob Belfer. Here's Paul Carter with all the key stats, thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute.
Inside 50s went Moe's way 16-9, although Leongatha had the last 5 inside 50, so up until that stage it was 16-4 Moe's way. Moe also won the clearances 11-9 and centre clearances 6-3. And once again, they had 6-1 at one stage there, so Leongatha won the last 2 times out of the centre. Free kicks went the Parrots' way 9-3, Mark 17-15 Leongatha's way, nothing else of great interest there. Battle of the Ruckman, Jacob Warren had 9 hit-outs up against Chris Prowse's 7. They were backed up by Ben Willis with 4 and Kurt Holt with 1. Leading stat winner for Leongatha of the ones we're following, Cade Maskell, 9 disposals, 7 each to Kim Drew and Aaron Heppel, 5 to Tom Marriott and a couple to Ben Harding. For Moe, their leading stat winner, Nathan Scagliarini with 11 disposals, 3 kick, 8 handballs. Miles Paholke, 9 disposals. Riley Baldy, also 9. Luke Sheffers, 5. Scott Van Dyke, 8. 3 to Trent Baldy. And I only had the 1 touch of Declan Kilty.
Yeah, I think he was a little bit quiet. Nick Lucchino's with us, all thanks to Cover Country. A new hat, Boxer. Where are we now?
We're in France now. This is Marty's hat.
Have a look at him, will you?
I can't do this.
He's got the red beret on.
Oui, oui. It's bonjour. Merci.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Oh, it's bonjour.
You can't even get your French right. You can't get
Here we
English
go.
right.
Second quarter is underway as Boxer. Well, he's moving countries left, right and centre. Warren gives a handball out the back to Forrester. Kick towards half forward. Hume presents. Good little tap towards his toes and tried to get a handball away. Umpire said it was fair. At ground level there was Harding. And now squeezed a handball out was Scagliarini. Goes to Baldy. Inboard nicely to Masters. And for the Lions, has it. Wants to slow things down. Masters has it. Half-back flank now for the Lions. Chips the kick at the toes there. Nicely done. Scagliarini. Gee, he can move inside and out. And the kick was neat to Prowse. Gives it a handball to Trent Baldy. Back to Dykstra. Dykstra's left foot kick inside forward. 50 though picked off. This guy does it better than most. And that's Cade Maskell. And always delivers to Travis Nash.
So Nash still in defence is 50. Now Leongatha kicking to their hometown end. Kick smothered. Opens the door. Something from nothing. Ben Crocker round the body and has missed what should be a bread and butter shot for a quality forward. And that's what Benny is. But on that occasion, just offline.
And takes Murray to 4-4-28. They lead Leongatha by 3 points on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard. The Parrots 4-1-25.
He's got a bit of Mitch Robertson about him as well, hasn't he, Ben Crocker? I reckon. Not the ink, but the look itself. Yeah. He moves really well. But
tell you what, he's got some stickers everywhere.
As he was.
Up on the head and everywhere. Legs, arms. What a... he's looking really trim too. Ripped human being is Ben Crocker. As Maskell comes in. Nice kick to Talon Brill. Plays on. Tries to run away from Sim. Kick down the line. Going to get over the back. Jensen Garnham's there. Coming off the line was Maslin. But he left it behind. Garnham with a beautiful pick-up. Jack Hume goes to ground and fumbles the footy. And now it's in dispute. Masters left it behind though. Hume does well. Handballs forward to Argento. Somehow gets it to Hall. Can they get it forward? It's ugly. It's messy. And it's going back the other way now. As Shields gets a free kick and gets paid advantage.
A great little kick inside to Baldy. What a great kick, Scud.
It was too, but Hume should have kept his feet a moment ago. I don't think he knew what was around him, and that was not much. The ball now with Moe. It's going to come the way of Trent Baldy. Can he find Kelty? He can't. And Kelty doesn't look 100%. Just there trying to grab that ball below the knees. It looked like he had a crook back or something. Just struggled to get down there.
He's presented well, but he hasn't taken the marks we would have thought he would have taken in the past. So he's really presented well too. So it's just got to put the work out for Ben Velson.
And he has got more meat and height on him than his direct opponent in Sovereign. As the ball comes back towards Kelty's direction, well, he's going to get on the end of it. He doesn't really look interested just at the minute. He's just staying out of the play altogether. Leongatha, mind you, are on their hands and knees. And they're paid at dropping the ball. I thought very, very unlucky against Sam Forrester. Now here we go. And to go inboard, nicely done too. It was Dykstra with his leg that fanned Paholke, who's been busy. One of the leading possession getters on the field is Paholke, and now has the opportunity to hurt them on the scoreboard, which he hasn't had the opportunity to do outside of his first goal in first quarter. He'll kick from 45. Angle won't be a problem. Accuracy still important, but distance should be okay. Here we go. Bread and butter stuff for a quality player, and he's made it look like that too. He's very happy, as are his teammates. Moe back on the board, and Paholke has his second.
This has been the big part of Moe's game today is their midfield. Their midfield have been classy and very silky as well, especially by Paholke. Just the way he ran the ground. Was it? How do you say that? Is it Dykstra?
Dykstra.
Dykstra. He's very clean with the feet as well. So they really read each other very, very well, and it's starting to prove good dividends here for Moe.
And Murray now take their lead back out to 9 points. 4 minutes played second quarter. Murray 5-4-34, leading Leongatha 4-1-25. Murray Racing Club scoreboard.
Boxer, let's get some around the ground scores. I'll just watch this clearance, see if it goes anywhere. Bobbles around for a moment. Umpire's going to give a free kick away, Murray's way.
Interesting games is going as well. Warrigal 1 straight 6 to Bairnsdale, yet to score. Drew on 2-1-13 to Sale 5-3-33. We'll go again.
Murray have coughed it up. The Lions are there. Swooping on it quickly was Harding. Gives a handball across now to Walker. Walker's kick will find Jack Hume on the wing. Boxer.
Wonthaggi 5-1-31. They lead Moore 1-3-9 and Maffra 1-1-7. They trail Terrelgan 4-3-27.
And a bit of an update in the Wonthaggi game too. They're up to 43-9. Can you believe that? Up to 43-9.
Hume had it and gave it to Hall, and Hall goes in towards Palicano. Free kick, is it? Whistle? No. Play on to the umpire, and it went through for a minor score. Murray Racing Club scoreboard. Become a member today for just 21 cents a day. That's only $1.50 a week. You can unlock all the perks for a Murray Racing Club membership.
Leongatha 4-2-26, trailing Murray 5-4-34.
So some mid-Gippsland scores as well. Scud, Fish Creek 5-7-37. They lead Stony Creek 1-1-7.
As Kelty takes a beautiful one-handed grab on the left half-back flank as a consequence of that ball being brought back into play. Goes inboard where it was presented to by his teammate in Haywood. Haywood gives ground. It goes back to where they started. And where it started with was Benny Maslin. He's at full back and comes back looking for Kelty again. The kick isn't as good as the first one. And Kelty under pressure. He wants to go towards the boundary. He needs help. He's been tackled. Umpire says, let's call it even, Stephen. There'll be a ball up 50 metres from Leongatha's goals. They're kicking to the town end.
I'll keep going with some scores in the mid. Gippy Foster 5-3-33 to Hilland 1-2-8. MDU 4-2-26. They lead Ballaro 2-1-13. Newborough 2-3-15 to Thorpedale 5-4-34. In a close one, Tarwin 2-3-15. More or less lead 3-1-19. And the last one is Yanarv 3-4-22. They lead Moving North 1-2-8.
Secondary boundary throw in here. You haven't missed anything from Parrot Park, and the margin is at 8 points in front in favour of the home side. 5-4-34 to 4-2. Boundary throw in. Prowse taps it down. A clean handball there forward. Nicely done was from Harding and Marriott.
Back, surely.
Play on, said the umpire, and Scagliarini goes again, although in the hands of Kim Drew for the Parrots. Drives it to the top of the square. It's going to get over the back and go across the face of goal. It was a pass, and in the end, ended up being a score. Minor score, that is.
And that takes Leongatha to 4-3-27, trailing Murray, who are 5-4-34. Murray Racing Club scoreboard.
Paxton goes to the outer side, and out of fullback, he can find a teammate out there in Brock Smith.
So Brock Smith just short of right half-back flank with his side, as you heard from Paul Carter, leading by 7 points. They're going to change direction. A risky move. They give ground. It's now right just in front of the left point post as Jordan Shields finds Van Dyke. Still deep in their own defensive 50. They're just trying to spread this Leongatha zone, but can't pick their way through at the moment. Here's a go. Yeah, nice leg. Found two. And is it Skaggs? Not sure. Play on's the call now. Skaggs was on the end of it, overran it, under pressure, gets a couple of handballs. One of them put a teammate under pressure. You're going to see a turnover. Brill handballs it off to Marriott. Gives ground. Nicely done. Finds Walker. He gives ground again. No. Stops and props and goes back. But geez, they're under pressure and can't find a teammate. It's turned over. Trent Baldy gives it off. Umpire says, you know what? You're trying hard, all of you. But I need to take control and ball this one up.
I've loved Kim Drew's game today as well so far for Leongatha. He's just been in and under. He's been dangerous, putting the ball inside 50 for the Parrots. Just got to make sure he's got more help.
Jacob Warren went over the top and the free kick's going to go the way of Prowse. He plays on quickly to Baldy. Riley, can he find a winner in the corridor? He looks for Sims. He's under pressure. He's being pursued hotly by Jay Walker. Tries to tap it to the advantage of his teammate in Blackshaw. He can't. It's a 50-50 contest. 2v2, 4v2, 4v4. Umpire wins out, right half forward flank.
Don't mind Harry Sims' new role now down half back as well. Like, he's got great pace and he uses the ball well. So a different move and a different scenery there for Harry Sim, who's normally a forward.
So ball up, half forward flank there for the Lions. Ducking underneath that one was Harding. Got a squeeze to handball to Kim Drew. Can run with a little bit of space in front of him. A wobbly upside down kick. Garnham, free kick or mark. Take your pick. Jack Hume presents. Does he see him? No, he checks the kick. Great kick to the pocket. Over the top of the head of his teammate back there, wearing the number 64 in the yellow boots, if you don't mind. which we don't have on there, but I can tell you that that is Jacob Lammers in the 64 with a bright yellow boot. So
good pick up, Scuddo.
Xavier Lammers.
Xavier.
It is not Jacob. Sorry, that's his. I think it's his brother who may have moved on from Leongatha. As we've got a boundary throw in, no one can really win it. Kim Drew does though. Gives it to Pelicano.
Oh, he's got it.
Got ball to boot, but just pushed it under pressure. It was. It's gone through for a minor score.
Just one goal separating the two teams on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard. Murray 5-4-34 leading Leongatha 4-4-28. 9.5 minutes played second quarter.
All right, the Murray side bring this ball back into play. They do it through Scott Van Dyke this time. They're all having a piece of the action. Go towards the outer side of the ground where Cheffers, the former Magpies from mid-Gippsland, grabs the ball. Good young talent. Just sums up his options. The short kick's a poor one, turns it over. And Jay Walker is the player for the Parrots that gives it off, and off they go again. Can they set something up from here? They can. Nicely done from Warren to Drew. And inside forward 50 they go. They've got some run. They need to find a winner. Kick smothered off the boot. Who's on the end of this one? I reckon it's Kimmy Drew again. And his kick for goal way offline and out of play on the full. I'd suggest it is.
Under pressure.
Yeah, they'll be willing their opportunities inside 50. They've had all the play, haven't they, Paul, in regards to inside 50s this second quarter?
They've had the last four, Boxer for 3 behinds.
So the ball comes back into play, and Kurt Holt, that long sleeve jumper, gives ground.
He's a big unit, young Kurt.
Yeah, he's a good one. Left leg, was that Maslin that finds a teammate there?
Dykstra.
I reckon in Shields.
Yep.
Shields goes towards the outer side of the ground. Ball spills to the front of the pack. Oh, coming through nicely at the end was it Luke Cheffers again.
Yep.
And kicks to right half forward flank. Prowse contests with Willis. At ground level. Nicely done. It was Skaggs who gave it to Baldy. Baldy's leg needs to be good and is. And finds Ben Crocker on the lead. He'll kick from 45.
So that's the beauty of having an open forward line then too, Poppy. He had the whole 50 to himself, Crocker. Puts the pressure under his opponent, Ben Velson. But the kick inside by Riley Baldy was just class because he had plenty of time, he's got pace, and Crocker had enough space in between him and his opponent to just mark it out in front.
Yeah, no heat on the ball. He just gave it a bit of air and let Crocker run onto it. And now he's got the chance to bring up his first goal of the afternoon. Geez, close to the man on the mark. And he must have went right, and that's where the ball went. Hit the upright again, the third goalpost hit whilst kicking for goal this afternoon. 2 to Moe, one of those just now, and 1 to Leongatha earlier.
Taking Moe to a 7-point lead, 5-5-35 to 4-4-28, Murray Racing Club scoreboard.
Well, he kicked 10 goals 4 last week from 15 possessions. Hasn't got a goal just yet, although it might come back in. Kilty's kick off the instep. Pepper's there with Maskell.
Oh,
good strength. Oh, he's got it. Had a couple of bites at it, but good strength from Harry Pepper, who does have a goal already this afternoon.
That's the beauty about reading the play well, Scud, as well. He's got good power. He plays on straight away for a snap goal. So a great finish there by Pepper. He read it very well. He just was able to push Maskell underneath the ball, and a good mark, good contested mark as well, and a much needed goal for the Moe side.
Murray now lead by 13 points. We're 12 minutes into the second quarter. The Lions are 6-5-41, leading Leongatha 4-4-28 in the Murray Racing Club scoreboard.
I've got some North Gippy scores as well there, Scud, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland. It's Yarran 4-1-25. They trail TTU 8-2-50. That's a first quarter score as well. Churchill 1-1-7 to Woodside 4-6-30. Sales City 4-6-30 to Glengarry 2-1-13. And your Law North 8-3-51. They lead Cower 3-3-21.
All right, back to the middle here at Parrot Park. Prowse taps it down. Heppel had it, lost it. Miles Paholke's in there as well. Marriott comes through, got one over the shoulder. Play onto the umpire. Advantage. Heppel drives it inside 50. Kelty can't complete the mark and crash. There's a free kick going Leongatha's way. So Masters gives the free kick away as Kelty gets up a little bit proppy. Talon Brill will be the recipient of the free kick. He's too far out to score, you'd think.
Well, a torpedo will get him a Zambrero goal of the day contender.
We know that he loves it. He looks around to us every time he puts
No
one
way,
through.
he's going for it.
He certainly is.
55 out. It's going to take his best ever kick. I'm not sure a punt kick will make it, but maybe it will.
Well, you can swap the same old fast food for something fresh and new. This isn't new. Although, Talon Brill, you want burritos, you're not going to get them like that. He passes it off to Maskell, but he does the team thing.
That is nice.
And that is why you do it. You're an absolute team player. And Cade Maskell just snuck down from the defence and gets on the end of that one and puts it through.
I watched him run down through that Maskell as well, and I don't understand how Moe just didn't see him sort of just pegging along. just that far wing. And Brill, to his credit, and I think they've been well drilled to do that, share the ball around to the player in the best position, and he did. Cade Maskell's a class player and a class kick.
You know what? But I like the way he did it. Sorry, Paul Cutt. I know you're going to give us an update, but he put the ball on the ground. He set up, pulled up the socks. He gave every indication he was going to go for goal. And I think that's the signal. Hey, guys, you know what happens when I do this. Yep.
7-point lead to Murray, 14 minutes, second quarter.
So back to the middle again. Prowse with the tap down. Trent Baldy tries to get it to Paholke. Missed him. Has to fight hard. He does again. Trent gives it to Prowse out wide. This time it is around the body there from Haywood. Goes to the top of the 50. Well done by Westaway in front of Blackshaw. Nicely closed by Cheffers. Dives on Westaway now. Umpire says my ball. Big moments all thanks to the Mall Bowling Club. Bistro's back open 7 days a week.
I love the fact they leave Crocker one-on-one in the goal square. Pepper's just playing a little bit higher, but he's really dictating and directing traffic about what happens in that forward line.
So the Prowse tap
Free kick.
come at the expenses of pushing back to his opposing ruckman in Big Benny Willis, who feeds off the ball to Drew, who's been one of the better players for the home side. His kick through the corridor threatens the centre circle before it's cut off nicely by Van Dyke. Murray looking to rebound through Baldy, who feeds it off nicely, finds Jordan Shields, and he in turn finds a teammate in Cheffers at right half forward flank. Cheffers sums up his options. Indicates he's going to go long, and that's what he does. Can he find Prowse? He can. No, Prowse. Yes, no, yes. Prowse takes a good mark.
I'm not sure if he's paid the mark there, Poppy, or he's paid a hold. Look, it could have been either way anyway because he had held front position. It was a good contested mark if it was, but he may have been impeded there as well.
Yeah, so Nick Prowse, who's probably 6'6" and has got long arms, reach probably up to 10 foot. It's hard to get over the top of a man like this. A big Nick Prowse, 45-degree angle, 35 metres off the boot. Oh, geez, will it make the distance? Oh, no, across the face of goals, just 1 point.
8-point lead to Murray. We've played 16 minutes in the second quarter. 6-6-42 the Lions to the Leongatha 5-4-34 on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard.
Maskell short to Hume. The wingman's working hard, deep in defence. Wants to go inboard. He finds Ben Falzen. Pushes back quickly. Is the switch still on? Maybe not. He's going to come back to the near side where Maskell pushes up. Maskell's got Lindsay. Short. Too short, in fact. Brill presents. Down the line will be Willis. They don't want to pull this one off just at the moment, but now they have to. And Moe's got some numbers, although coming from the side, Garnham to compete. David, it was Smith gave it to Masters. Back to Paxton. Back to Masters by hand. Wobbly helicopter to half forward. Belford's there, but might run out of real estate and does. And we'll have a boundary throw in right in front of the commentary box. 16, make it 17 minutes into the second quarter for the Moe Racing Club. Become a member today.
I'll tell you what, I've never seen the Leongatha backline stretched like they have been at the moment. The height's really worrying the Leongatha side at the moment, but they've actually fought it off well.
Willis with the tap down. Trent Baldy grabs it, puts it inside forward 50. Pepper's got 2 to beat. Keeps his feet. Ground level there. Nicely done from Walker. Handballs over the top of a teammate. And then Marriott got dumped. Riley Baldy, left foot this time snap. All Leongatha. Maskell's running back with a flight. Takes the mark. And wants to clear it to the outer side. Bent Velzen goes. The winger, Davidson. He's got to work really hard. He might get on the end of this one, Davidson. He's got a little bit of separation. And eventually, does he get it? No, they've ignored him and gone over the top to Westaway, but 2 bites. Umpire said that's good. Half-back flank there, Sean Westaway. Now Davison gets it.
I'm going to tell you something about this Leongatha side. There's 6 players, all with the same attribute. I'll tell you about it in just a moment. The player with the ball, though, Kim Drew, who's not one of the 6, goes short. Can he find a teammate? He can. Nicely done. Falls in the arms of Argento. Feeds it off quickly. Back to Drew. Kicks from the centre circle to within 40. Can he find a winner? He can't. Ball spills out the back. They may have if they get a favourable bounce, the Parrots win. They don't. Pushing the back. It goes the way of Jacob Bourne for the home side.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was there. I think it was like maybe pushed off the ball. Is it Westaway or is it
Jacob Warren?
Oh, it's Jacob Warren. It is Warren. I see Kilty's gone back as well now for Moe too. So they may have
50.
Swung a move and a 50 as well 50, for a bit of lip. Just a little bit of lip.
So at the moment, Sammy Forrester, Taylor Brill, Jensen Garnham, Cade Maskell, Hayden Lindsay and Xavier Lemers all go to the same barber.
They all do.
I'm not joking. They have all got the shaved sideburns look. Just as the big fella for Leongatha gets his first of the afternoon, Jacob Warren, and all of a sudden, we've got a 1-goal game again.
And it's the same as the. I think that the Moe lead in that first quarter has really set them up a little bit easier than what it was. Firstly, because Leongatha's just worked their way back into the game. They haven't been overly pretty, but they've just been workmanlike, working their ball through. Their back six, as much as they're undermanned, they've been fantastic, and it was a real big build-up from them to get that goal.
2 points the difference at the 19-minute mark of the second quarter. Moe Racing Club scoreboard has Moe at 6-6-42, leading Leongatha at 6-4-40.
Ball thrown back up. Baldy taken by Marriott. You won't get out of that tackle.
And we've got an AFL score thanks to Harvey Norman Gippsland Furniture. It's the Western Bulldogs, or Footscray.
Yes.
14-5-89. They lead. Comfortable leaders over Port Adelaide, 5-8-38.
Oh, the Bulldogs on fire as he's Baldy kicks towards the right half forward flank, races on. It's the race of the 30s. Sovereign against Prowse, and Sovereign wins out, feeds it off to Forrester, and Forrester, can he find a teammate? Yeah, I reckon he can, and that teammate is Cade Maskell, who goes inboard towards the corridor where Hume is there, feeds it off to Drew, and Drew's got an option, grandstand side. They've got some room to move for a rare occasion, and this time it's Heppel. Kicks to the advantage, right half forward flank, all overrunning it though was Garnham, and now Moe turned defence into attack. Overrunning the ball, opens the door for Hume again. Picks up the ball, nicely taken ball and on. Good tackle, Pepper. Hume hits the ground hard. Coming on his Baldy. Tries to handball to the advantage of Pepper, who threads it forward for a teammate. He's going to get another chance. He wants to play on. He can't. The ball comes back.
Let it go.
No, Jacob Belfer now to Baldy. Baldy's going to back himself or go short to Crocker. And Crocker's eyes lit up as soon as Baldy has the ball, because he knew he had to lead and he would get it in the bread's basket, and that's what happened.
Perfect situation for a forward. If you know someone like Baldy's got the ball, just lead, because you know he's going to hit your lace out straight away. Good players just keep running. Baldy has not stopped running for the first 50 minutes of this game.
So Crocker compliments of that kick from Baldy. Around the body goes Crocker. Gets his first of the afternoon. And that lead, Paul Carter, just opens up a little again.
Back to 8 points, Poppy, at the 21-minute mark of the second quarter. We have Moe at 7-6-48, leading Leongatha at 6-4-40. Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
I'm not sure what's happening with the other Gippsland League game between Warragul and Bairnsdale. Haven't an update on the scores at all. We'll try and find that for you very shortly. Sale 9-6-60. They lead Druin 3-4-22. Morwell 4-4-28. They trail Wonthaggi 6-3-39, and Traralgon 4-5-29 to Maffra 3-2-20. So we've got a tight one there at Maffra at the minute too.
Celebrate Australian Made Month with great deals across their exclusive collection of furniture at Harvey Norman Furniture.
I feel like a croissant or something like that right now.
Oh, with that hat on, why would?
Oh, hang on.
You look like Napoleon.
Oh, he's got one, has he?
So I bought these 3 custom, so they're a little bit old, but
Got a croissant in that.
but they like to have it with a bit of Nutella.
Oh, right, well, we'll do that at half-time, Boxer.
1st of May,
We're going to free kick in the middle of the ground. It's going in the way of Cheffers. As he's handing out, I don't know what they are.
They're not what you think they are.
Cheffers in the middle of the ground, gets called to play on. Heppel closes, gets around the Heppel tackle, and the high kick goes in the direction in the forward 50. No one can mark it. At ground level, Kim Drew's there for Leongatha. Little chip kick, nicely done to Argento. Pushes back off the mark. He comes lateral and finds Jack Hume. He's had a good afternoon so far. Hume's got Garnham on if he wants him, and goes in that direction and finds him. Beautiful kick. And Garnham turns back. I think the croissants had a little bit something to do with those little crackling noises that we have in our effects mic at the moment. Trent Baldy picked it off, the intercept mark. Little chip kick over the top to Dykstra. Turns around. Baldy runs past. Doesn't get the handball. Doesn't know which way to go. Gets called to play on. The left foot kick inboard. It's going to come off just to Maslin. Now they've got some run. Here's Brock Smith. Little chip kick to Prowse. Gets it back by hand. And now Smith delivers to Crocker. No. Play on to the umpire. No push in the back. Back there is Paholke. That ground level there is Forrester. Quick kick from Forrester. Although picked up by Crocker. And a blink of an eye, he's got 2.
Wow.
Ben Crocker. Great work by the others forward from Moe.
It was only a half chance.
I was actually watching him, because he actually thought he should have won a free kick, and I was going to be real critical of him because he was more worried about making sure that he got the free kick. But when he switched back on, put himself in a perfect position, and he ran on that ball very well. He's very strong body type as well. He's not overly tall, but geez, he's clean with the footy.
14-point lead to Moe. We've played 23 minutes into the second quarter, and on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard, we have the Lions at 8.654, leading at Leongatha 6.440.
Pop, as you said, there was nothing there, and all of a sudden he had the footy and the goal was through. That's what the pace of the AFL can do to you. You just know how to react.
Yeah, half chance and took it, and that's the difference between, the good and the excellent. Ball, Prowse gets the tap. Skaggs laid a tackle. Nicely done by Warren across towards Hume. Tries to drag it in, can't. Grandstand wing, gets a second chance. Runs into a couple of lines, and the umpire says, I'm sorry, Humesy. Free kick goes the way of Moe. And Moe's Trent Baldy going to take that one. Kicks to the advantage of his teammate in Blackshaw. Right half forward flank, Blackshaw. Gets rid of his opponent. Handballs over his top. Over the top, I should say, and to Dykstra. It finds itself in the end in the hands of Skaggs around the body. Could we have three? Could he find it out the back, or could Prowse hold it? Prowse held it.
Free kick, though.
It's a free
Oh,
kick.
goes the way of Leongatha. That would have
Nash.
been dangerous.
So he's
Anyway,
blocked off the ball there, Pop.
Okay, so Travis Nash took the free kick, goes towards the left back pocket, where his teammate will get the opportunity to send them forward. And it could have been Harding. So Harding, left halfback flank it is now. They're working their way out of trouble. But tell you what, every inch they take, Moe take two back. And they're all beaten by the boundary again. So left halfback flank, Leongatha kicking to the Leongatha city end and trailing at the moment by 14 points. A lull in the game as the ball waits to be brought back into play. It's going to be Prowse up against Warren. Warren got the left mitt to it. Can he find a teammate? He can't. Taken out of trouble by Drew. And Warren taken ball and all. Umpire calls it a draw.
We do apologise for the crackling noise that we do have.
Like eating rice bubbles.
Yeah, we're not sure what it is at the moment. We're just trying to get a handle on things, but nothing seems to be working. So we do apologise across Gippsland the Valley for that at the moment.
Yep, got to snap, crackle and pop.
We haven't done anything at all different to what we normally do. So we're going to ball up on the outer side, 26-minute mark. 14 points is the margin. And then they take the grab at half forward. We've got a stoppage again. Nobody move. It's all okay at the moment. Ball up.
Ever since the beret came out.
Prowse and Warren. Warren taps it to open space. Running out there is Scagliarini. Under pressure, though, became the tackler. Heppel's handball got smothered. He goes back again. Scagliarini becomes a tackler again. This time holding the footy.
Good work, Skaggs. No advantage.
And no, the umpire's going to bring it back. Cheffers has a bounce and says, nope, we're going to bring it back to Scagliarini.
Full of confidence now, the Lions as well. When you see them running forward and they're prepared to actually unleash the handball, they're really leaving Leongatha flat-footed at the minute, boys.
So Skaggs, that's off 1 foot, and Lammers takes the intercept mark for the Parrots. Can they get some run quickly? Over the top to Harding, inboard handball to Davidson, right in the middle of Parrot Park. Davidson goes to an open forward line. Back there is Shields. Can he be clean in front of Argento? He is. And quickly, Shields, nicely done, finds Paxton on the outlet. So Paxton has it, defensive back pocket. Looks up. Comes to the near side, which is the grandstand side. Hold your hands the other direction, box up. Comes out to Holt. Couldn't complete the mark. We got a free kick or boundary throw. The free kick's going to go to Holt. And Holt has it now. Quickly gets it towards the wing area. Half-time, can't climb quick enough. Don't worry about that. No one can complete the mark. Tap down there was from Walker. Under pressure. Jeffers is there. Grabs it. Gets around one. Little left foot kick inside towards Crocker. Gets shoved underneath this one. Bent Valzen's back there. And we'll have a ball up.
It's a little bit frustrating, I know it is, but we've got to deal with some difficulties here at the minute. But Moe's right on top here at the moment. Led by their midfield, Baldy as well. So a big chance to get a goal late in this second quarter.
So go down, Drew goes down when we have another stoppage.
I've never seen Scud's head go red in anger as it has right now.
Anyway,
Well,
try
if
and
you're
push
listening
through.
at home, you can turn it down or off. We have to go through it.
So ball up, top of the 50. Prowse tapped it down. Drew was there. He's had plenty of it this afternoon. Quick dumping kick. Smith goes back with a flight, takes the mark at half back.
Here we go.
And our turnover, Argento for the Parrots. He's got
no
no one
one.
forward. Siren goes. And at a very good time, 29 minutes it went. 14 points is the margin at half time. It's Moe 8, 6:54. We'll try and get this fixture in the half. We do apologise on TRFM. It's 6:4:40. And it is Gippsland Live. All thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Terrelgan. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home, thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Terrelgan. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info. CDBU 48113.
Let's take a look at the top 5 goals from round 3. Kicking us off at number 1, Samuel Grummusk from Warrigal. This is brilliant. Turning into traffic and brilliant goal. Just sneaks it in. Look at that on the replay. Ho, ho, ho. Number 2, Boyd Bailey from Morwell. Out the ruck contest. Barrel time! Bang!
It's an unbelievable goal. It's a torp from about 55 out against the trend.
Number 3, James Harrison from Warrigal. Kicked 5 in this quarter, but this was his best. Look at the checky. Ho ho! I love his work.
No way.
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
Tell you what,
Are you kidding me, James?
is that Harrison again?
Number 4, the quick-thinking Aaron Heppel from Leongatha. Out the pack, no one at home, and just dribbles it through. Number 5, Luke Sheffers here from Moe. Let's see what the big chef is cooking up. He's on the boundary, dribbles it home. Ha ha ha, I like it a lot.
Yeah, welcome back to Para Park. Half-time, it is 8-6, 54 Maui. Leading Leongatha 6-4-40, 14-point margin. As the song says, all they do is win. Well, that's been Leongatha over the last few years, but they are trailing at the moment to this Maui side who look very, very impressive. They've got some firepower up forward. Ben Crocker's already got 2. Harry Pepper's got a couple as well. And there's a couple of others that look likely every time it goes inside forward. 50 miles. Paholke's had a great game so far to date. Of course, Nick Lucchino, he has been travelling. He's back with us for his first game. He's brought out all the props this afternoon. And gee whiz, what have you got on now? Like, we went to the break and the food arrived from the Leongatha Football Netball Club, and now you put on a statue of David.
Yes.
Apron.
Full exposure.
Full nude.
Unbelievable.
Well, you know, when in Rome, you got to do what you got to eat.
We're not in Rome.
We're not in Rome.
No. Italy.
Well, Leongatha's got a fair share of its ethnicity, hasn't it?
It has. How was Italy?
Beautiful. Absolutely loved it. It was a whole lot of our trip as well. So
Family?
Family. The last part was staying at Dad's house of birth, and my auntie still lives there. So that was incredible. It was probably pretty surreal as well, to be honest. Take all jokes aside, it was just the best way to finish our trip. So
it is hard to take all jokes aside with what you're wearing, but we do get your point. Just quickly around the grounds, let's get everyone up to date with those scores just before this third quarter starts here at Leongatha. The players are ready, but the umpires are nowhere to be seen.
They're probably having another afternoon siesta, which they should be as well. But I'll just do the Gippsland League just to get things rolling. No scores yet from Warragul Bairnsdale, but we'll get them shortly. Druin 5-5-35 Sale 9-6-60. Moore 4-6-30. They're making a bit of a comeback against Wonthaggi 6-3-39, and Maffra 3-2-20. They trail Traralgon 4-5-29. Scudman. Here come the umpires now.
So normally, you know, if a team comes out late, they run out and they quickly run to their position. No, the umpires will be in unison and they will walk out. And just as we're about to start this third quarter, we got the noise back. So we may work it out one more, Boxer. There should be one more PowerPoint you can pull out of that one as well, and we still haven't fixed that problem.
No, we haven't. It's back.
A very frustrating third quarter, to say the least. Let's see if we can... well, we'll push through for the time being and see exactly what happens there, but... just about had enough of this outside broadcast equipment that we have at the moment. But anyway, we'll work through with it as the best we can. Poppy?
Righto. Right in the middle of Parrot Park. Repeating those half-time scores. Leongatha 6-4-40. Maui, the visiting side, flex their muscle for most of the first 60 minutes and currently sit on 8-6-54. The margin 14 points favouring the visitors. And Maui going towards the city end of Leongatha. Kicking to the right of radio from where we sit. Prowse will do the work against Warren. Goes towards Skaggs. Skaggs danced around one, standing start, centre half forward, found a teammate and off they go. Baldy, this could be a dream start. Yeah, no, he pushed it right. Minor score. They've done what they did in the third quarter. Looked very similar to the way they opened the game too. They're very well organised, this Maui side. Different game style, big depth of talent as Leongatha bring the ball back into play. Left half-back flank.
Yeah, Sovereign chips over the top to no one in particular. Heppel has to come and work hard. Baldy's there. Riley twisting, turning. Brill throws him over the boundary line. And we'll have a boundary throw in. That would have been a dream start from the Maui side. But only the 1 point. 15 point is the margin in this third quarter for McDonald's. The new Tennessee Burger barbecue range has arrived. As the ball's back in, Prowse is there. Tap down. Heppel does well in traffic and then got ran down behind. He's strong enough to get the handle away. Shields. Handles over the top to Trent Baldy. Now back to that man in Sagliarini and he drives it in. And nice body work by Miles Polkey. I tell you what, this guy's good. He's got a couple of goals. He's dangerous with Paholke and Crocker up forward. They got their hands full, the Leongatha defence.
They definitely have, Scud, too. He's just well balanced. He just read the play a lot better than everybody else. And the ball didn't actually fall into his hands. He had to work hard for it as well. But his positioning was a key factor there too for Paholke.
So, slidey angle. Distance shouldn't be a problem. And Miles has two on its way. Kept it skinny, coming back. Is it enough? Not quite. Just fades a little bit from right to left at the last moment. McDonald's scoreboard says
8-8-56 Murray, a 16-point lead over Leongatha, 6-4-40.
All right, Leongatha to bring the ball back into play from the city end. That left leg from Forrester goes short. And now they find themselves Marriott, centre half back. Just looks at his options left and right, and there's not a lot of options, I tell you. Moe are closing them down quite nicely. Goes long towards the outer side. He's found a gap. Can they utilise it? That's the question. They can on the end of it. Went searching for. Could they find Garnham? They couldn't, but it comes inboard again now to Argento, who finds Warren. Warren around the body. Looking for Pelicano. He's beaten to the ball by Prowse, and Prowse is beaten to the ball by the boundary.
Gee, that was poetry in motion.
That was just about, wasn't it? Too many sandwiches and chips at half time there.
Well, probably my calling replicated the pay perfectly. Everyone was moving at half pace. 16 points the margin, favouring Moe over the home side Leongatha here at Parrot Park. Prowse gets to the tap down, can't find a teammate. Good tackle high though.
Marriott.
Will go the way of Marriott from Leongatha, who read the ball and hit the contest at pace, and as a result earned himself a free kick. Not sure that he's got this distance in him. He hasn't. He goes short. Can he get it over top of Baldy? He can. Garnham's lead was brilliant. Marriott's kick was centimetre perfect. Gave it just the right amount of air to find it over the top of Baldy's defensive play. And Garnham, who's kicked 2 today, both in the first quarter, he's already shown he loves kicking to the left of radio. The scoreboard end, can he make it 3?
Just want to thank one of my mates going to vote for me.
So here we go. Garnham, 40 metres out. He's been deadly.
Yeah.
And guess what? He continues on his merry way. He's third of the afternoon, and Leongatha again will not let Moe get out of their sight.
One of the biggest downfalls in that second quarter for the Parrots was the ball was inside 50 a fair bit, but they just couldn't make anything of it. Now they've actually made the most of their opportunities and got that quick reply that they should have got as well. So Garnham's had a pretty good afternoon so far. Some really good signs here for the Parrots in this third quarter.
And it's a 10-point lead to Moe and the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard at the 4-minute mark of the third quarter. Moe 8-8-56 leading Leongatha at 7-4-46.
They make some of the best chips here in Leongatha, don't they?
Make sure you swallow them before you talk, Boxer.
Yep.
So Warren up against Prowse, and Prowse gets the tap down. Baldy tries to run onto it. Nicely done by Riley, and a little bit of pace and space. Drives it inside, although on his own, and well read. Back there was Bent Velzen. Outlet kick.
We've got numbers here.
Heppel over the back of Dykstra. Couldn't mark. Play on, said the umpire. They fight at ground level. Cheffers is there. Well done by Talon-Brill to burst out of the pack. He's got Belfer for company. Inboard handball to Drew. Back to Brill. At pace. Play on. And a free kick coming back Leongatha's way.
Probably worked in their favour as well too. Then Argento was just about wrapped up as well. So they needed to call it back.
So Argento on the centre wing area will go short to Jack Hume. Just the required 15. Looks up. Warren wants it on top of his head. He's got Brock Smith as his opponent. Pelicano comes across as well. Warren checks the kick to Marriott over his head. Masters is there. Forward handball to Baholke. He goes forward to Dykstra. Back to... No, picked up by Marriott. Well done, Tommy. And he gets it to the outer side. Out there is Walker. He's on the half forward. Garnham's the target. Maslin read it. Well done, Benny. Intercept mark for the Lions. They lead by 10.
Yeah, Maslin did it well. Garnham went one way. The ball went the other. Maslin picked it up nicely. Finds Van Dyke, goes in towards the corridor. Baldy, he's under pressure. The kick wasn't right. Needed to be perfect.
Great
wasn't.
Run down.
Great run down. Paxton in trouble. Free kick goes away of Leongatha. 1 sec. What's happened behind play here?
Yeah, it was Garnham.
Is it going to be 50 or not? No, Garnham gets the ball right on the arc of 50. Don't think he's got the distance. He has it. He's got the lead on though. Hume presents 1, 2 touches. Marks directly in front, 30 metres out. All of a sudden they're going to be within a kick again.
It's a great lead by Hume as well. He has to work really hard inside 50, but it was Garnham's run down that was tremendous. You don't see many forwards these days chasing down the moving backman as well, but Garnham's had a really good afternoon so far, so the confidence is sky high, but his sharing of the ball was even better. Hume's
behind the play too.
now.
Marriott's run down, didn't give it up as well, which caused the turnover.
Perfect.
Now Hume will kick from 40 metres directly in front. His kick just pushed to the right, and that's one that got away for the home side.
Margin back to 9 points in Murray's favour on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Murray 8.856, leading Leongatha 7.547, 7 minutes mark. 7 minute mark.
Oh, Brock Smith kick in and free kick goes against Walker. Van Dyke will win it.
I tell you what, that could have been a lot uglier.
Yeah, it was a dangerous kick in too, wasn't it? And now Brock Smith gives Van Dyke gives a nice kick back to Brock Smith. On the defensive 50, goes back to him. This was a better one. They've had a couple of touches each, those boys. Still in defensive 50, the Lions. 7.5 minute mark. The third quarter goes backwards to Masters. They're on the 10-yard box. As Masters wants someone to present. Shields does, but he kicks it over his head. It's going to be turned over, you'd think, by Heppel. Gives it quick handball. Play on. Ends in the hand, back to Heppel. Talon Brill in traffic. Handballs to Hall. Has to stop and prop. Gets around. Not quite. Brill.
Here we go.
From the impossible. Team player. Kicks to the top of the square. Garnham's there. Well done, Brock Smith. Gives it to Paxton. And Paxton will just dump it out looking for the boundary line. It's not going to make the boundary line, you'd suspect. Although Pepper now, Forrester taps it. And that will stop the deliberate. And we'll have a boundary thrown in the outer side.
So nearly every player's in the forward 50 for Leongatha, but Declan Kilty's on his own in the forward 50 for Moe. They just can't rebound it out at the moment too, but it will leave a lot of players scragging if the ball gets inside in a dangerous area.
All right, 75 metres from Leongatha's goals. Kicking to the left of Radio. Comes off the back of Willis. Can he find a teammate? He can. He applies some pressure. Goes to ground. And it was a big halt on all fours that got the handball out. Centre of the ground now at Parrot Park. They got the runners, but there's just no room to move. The game's closed in a little bit, and both sides are desperate to find some run, but it's not coming, and the options that they've got, well, they're marginal. There's the ball thrown up again. Holt, Willis gets the tap, finds Marriott. Marriott handballs beautifully, does it nicely to Heppel. Heppel, right half forward flank, quick kick goes to Argento. They're still 70 metres from goals again. Right half forward flank. Argento directs the traffic ahead of him and then goes short to Heppel. The player from whence he got the ball, and now Heppel. He can see Garnham long. Can he find Garnham? Garnham stops. He's held at the last minute. Couldn't fly at the ball. Ground level. Who's going to get on the end of it? Could be Marriott. Marriott steadies. Kicks for goal. Just offline.
You've got to put them away when you've got those opportunities inside 50. It's a few times now. I reckon it's 5 times either end for Leongatha, where they haven't really hurt Moe when the ball's inside their forward 50.
Leongatha 7.648, trailing Moe by 8 points. The Moe team is 8.856, McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Van Dyke to the near side. Polky's the target. Good spoil by Maskell. Running onto this one now is Harding. Gets a handball into Heppel. Right in the middle of Parrot Park. Heppel's lower the eyes to Marriott's neat.
He's stepped up, hasn't he, Scud?
Yeah, both of them.
Look at the movement. Look at the movement. This forward 50.
Gets it to the outer side. That's that movement. What a kick. Does he get that?
Yep.
Sure does. Beautiful kick. Well weighted. Great call, Poppy.
Yep.
Marriott hits the target.
Great vision. Pop as well, too. When you open the space up and you kick to the fat side, and we everyone know when we kick to the fat side, we've kicked into space. Garnham's lead was perfect, but even better was the kick by Marriott. So the class is starting to rise here at the moment. Maskell, Marriott, Heppel for Leongatha, 3 catalysts in that setup.
Well, can Jensen Garnham finish that good work? 10-minute mark. This is to narrow the margin to a couple.
Don't think he's missed today.
He's got 3. He comes in on its way. Poppy.
Now. I'd like to apologise to the Leongatha community.
And the Garnham family.
Garnham family.
Leongatha 7.749, trailing by 7 points. Moe 8.856, McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Gee, that's 3 points in a row. 4 points in a row.
They're not hurting them on the scoreboard.
They've had all the play. Van Dyke again out of full back.
He's looking for one of 2 Prouses that he's got just in front of our commentary position. Which one's it going to be? Nice take over the top. Really good grab it was too by Cade Maskell. Went over the top of Big Nick Prowse.
Same hairdresser at Maskell as well.
Yeah, exactly right. Told you before, there's a few of them out there. Have a quick look. As Humes.
Yeah. Are they setting up for the mullet? I think that's what they are.
Possibly.
Surely.
I like it.
Yeah.
Here we go. So Drew, I thought he might dodge around then, the way he ran at the ball. And Mark Palicano put the hands up, contests hard as he does, wants to take a body out, and does. A Moe player was taken high. The umpire didn't see that. Palicano in frustration. The free kick, 1 sec. Touched off the boot.
Yep.
So Humes thought that he had the free kick. He hasn't.
Is the former coach of Moe the runner now? Blazer is doing the running for Moe as well, just quietly.
He might be back in town.
Wait a minute. It's a free kick behind play. I think it was back chatting, was it?
Yep.
Correct. Okay, well, that's not what you want because Jordan Shields will attempt to clear the area.
I think you'll find that is James Blazer.
There you go.
So Shields comes grandstand side, 50 metres, goes again to one of two Prouses. Applying some pressure again was Maskell, but at ground level, Leongatha burst their way through, nicely done, and taken beautifully it was by Cade Maskell, but he was taken with a good tackle by Benny Harding. Well, in fact, Benny Harding was in the play as well, but eventually the ball spills over the boundary line, so it'll be Prowse up against Willis again. Left half forward flank.
Geez, it's been a good game, hasn't it?
It has.
It's gone back and forth.
And it's been well umpired.
Yep.
Ball thrown back in. Prowse gets front position. Got the hand to it. Couldn't find a teammate. Ground level, fights on. Willis, she can't get him over the top of the ball. Zipping their way through was Trent Baldy. Couldn't find a passage through. Jeffers tries to do the same and
Trent
can't.
Baldy as well on the ground.
Yep.
Good little dust up with Harding.
It is.
As I said, he doesn't like doesn't mind a little bit of scuffle. Oh, the carnage everywhere. Play on will continue. There's Walker. And Cheffers on top of him as well.
This could erupt here, Scud, as well. So the umpires have still got to keep control of this game.
It's a 7-point margin. It's right on the edge in the third quarter. Big moment for the Morwell Bowling Club as Willis grabs it out of the ruck, kicks it forward. Argento sees it over for a boundary throw-in.
I love Willis's role at the moment, just off the bench, just doing the hard stuff inside.
He's blown out the big ones too, the big
He
fella.
definitely is. Big John Stud. Remember him from the wrestling? That's him.
He's got the good mullet going. Prowse will have the back spot and will thump it forward. Trent Baldy's there with Marriott. Strong tackle over the boundary line.
Jeez. Two balls.
Crowd wanted ball. You can hear the spectators just starting to get involved. It's what we love to see. Boundary throw in right in front of us. 13 3/4 minutes gone in the third quarter for McDonald's. And it's only 7 points. Prowse, beautiful tap down to Scaglierini. His quick kick goes to the wing area. Maskell's back there. Ducks the shoulder.
Too high.
Gets it over the shoulder. No, he said he ducked the umpire.
Yeah, okay.
It's great umpiring as well.
Yeah, the feelings come into the game though. The tempo's listed. The tempo's starting to flare.
So ball up just in the field of play. The two ruckmen, Willis and Prowse. Chris Variety. Willis grabs it again, kicks it forward. Shields is there. It bounces straight up and down and Argento and Shields see it over for a boundary throw-in.
Scott, I got a really important score from around the grounds thanks to Harvey Norman Gippsland. It's the Bairnsdale-Warrigal game. It's Bairnsdale that are in front. 8-7-55. They lead Warrigal 6-4-40.
Good game there. Trent Baldy from that stoppage bursts away, lowers the eyes, looking for Blackshaw. Can't quite get a clean one. Baldy followed up the good work. Got a free kick over the shoulder.
So Baldy just forward of right half back now. Going to the short option. Can he find Prowse on the lead? He can. Nice leg. Nice lead. Riley Baldy's an option short, but he goes long. Inside forward 50. Crocker! I reckon he was taken off the ball. No, umpire says play on. Good contest. Picking it up beautifully though was Crocker again. Kicks to the top of the square. Offline minor score. Wow, here we go.
8-point lead to Moe. We've played 15 minutes into the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scored. Moe 8-9-57, leading Leongatha 7-7-49.
So play on to the outer side. Maskell goes. Short kick. Not 15. Play on, said the umpire. Westaway had to leave behind. Now swooping on it there was Paholke. Couldn't get a possession away and we'll have a ball up. Far side of the ground. It's the 200 metres away from where we're sitting at the commentary box here at Leongatha this afternoon. Third quarter, 15-minute mark. No one can hit the ruck duty. Kim Drew got one over the shoulder, will win himself the free kick. He's been busy, one of the better players. Nice inboard kick. They try to open up Forrester, and the switch is on.
Here we
go. It gets over the top, and it does. Has a bounce, although left it behind there. Nash is under all sorts of pressure. Coughed it up. A step inboard. Hayward does well. Handballs to no one there, though, for the Lions. Masters comes in to win it. He won the 50-50, and the left foot kick, well, Willis will trundle after it. It bounces over his head. Paholke shrugged the tackle and delivers to Crocker's chest.
Wow.
Well, the football does funny things sometimes. Ben Willis says, why me?
And I'll tell you why it's him, because Nash's little fumble inside was the catalyst in regards to why this ball's inside 50 in Crocker's hands, is because he's turned it over. And the pressure of the Moe side has done that as well. And Scagliarani was on his own. I think the kick was fortuitous, to say the least, because it ended up in the hands of a slick mover of Polky, and now it's in the hands of a better kick of Crocker.
So Slightish angle on its way. I
Ooh.
think he's missed it. Although he likes it. The umpire says it's okay. I think it is okay.
Yeah.
It faded after it went through, and Crocker's got 3 this afternoon. They get the margin back out into the teens.
It was an optical illusion. Is that how you call it?
Yep.
There you go.
Well
there you
said.
Go. Perfectly said. Then I'll just take that. Then it's over to you, Paul.
A 14-point lead at the 17-minute mark of the third quarter. That lead being in Murray's favour on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. The Lions 9-9-63, leading Leongatha 7-7-49.
We've come to that, Pop. Boxer gets the pronunciation of a word correct.
And we celebrate like we've won a grand final.
I'm wrapped.
Here we go. Prowse v. the big man, Benny Willis, back in the centre of Parrots Park. And I reckon Prowse may have got a palm just on it. Willis doing the work of a small man, ground level roll. He comes on top and rides him like a bull. And gets the free kick and plays on quickly while everyone was sleeping. He was wide awake. Baldy goes inside forward 50, turns it over. Dropping what he should have taken, though, was Nash. And now they're in a spot of bother again. The pressure's lifted. Crocker, handball over the top towards a teammate. They're going to have another go at it through Skaggs. Or is it Dykstra?
Oh, good grab. Dykstra put it in.
Dykstra put it in. And who's taking the grab? That's what I want to know. Is it
Prowse.
Kelty?
It's Prowse.
Or is it Prowse? It looks like
hang on, it's Kelty. No, it is Kelty.
So Kelty, the top of the square, has got a chance to open up this margin again. And as we've described to you earlier, this game has come in waves. It's been waves of Moe and then waves of Leongatha. But a moment ago, Leongatha's wave ended in a lot of points. And all of a sudden, Moe are finding the big sticks. Can they do it back to back? They can!
Wow.
And they extend.
I tell you, he's going to have nightmares tonight, is young Nash. The last 2 goals have come off a couple of his errors as well, so he had the yibbity-yibbitas in that contest as well. I don't know if there was a confidence shot from the previous one, but at the same time, Moe capitalised in regards to his fumble. So the difference is Leongatha haven't been able to score when the ball's inside their 50. Moe have done it 2 times in a row, and it's really going to hurt him, especially coming late in this third quarter, and we're moving to that last.
And it's a 20-point lead to Moe, 19-minute mark of the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, Moe 10-9-69, leading Leongatha 6-4-40. Moe kicked 2-1 from their last 3 inside 50.
And I'll quickly tell you too, Maffra have hit the front against Terrelgan.
What?
It is a 5-6-36. They lead Terrelgan 4-7-31.
Wow.
Yes, you've heard it first.
Well, that's like West Coast
From the
Eagles
box
beating
man.
Hawthorn.
You've heard it here first.
Well, this is a big moment of the game right here.
I'm a little bit itchy.
The next, what from? I looked at the wrong moment.
Yeah, me too.
Goodness gracious. Tell you what, the next 10 minutes of play here at Parrot Park will go a long way in telling us how this final quarter will go, because it's a big moment thanks to the Moore Bowling Club. It's right on the precipice of going either way. 20-point margin for Moe. Leongatha must get a couple in red time here. If Moe get a couple, the game might just about be done. Who wins the all-important centre clearance? Drew was in there, and Baldy wraps him up.
Scud, can you please explain? Precipice.
Right on the edge.
Okay.
So Willis again. No one really got that centre clearance out. Willis with a tap. Dykstra twisting and turning. Gave it to Scagliarini. And now his little kick to half forward. Balfour came out to meet it. Goes inside forward 50 for the Lions. Here's a big moment. It's out in front. Pepper. Well done. Coming off there was Bent Velsen, but he left his player behind in Crocker. Now he's going to pick it up. He got tackled. Good tackle by Bent Velsen. He come off his opponent. He nearly had his own footy, and then Crocker got it. And his second effort was fantastic to stop him again.
Just a couple of fumbles from the defence of Leongatha, though. Mistakes that they don't normally do. The pressure's starting to mount. Ball inside forward 50. Moe into attack. Umpire takes control. And all of a sudden, Leongatha haven't been under pressure on their home ground too many times in the last few years. They certainly haven't been under this sort of pressure. Marriott picks it up, feeds it off. Can he find a teammate? He can. Clears the area, and they come towards the centre of Parrot Park. Contest, nicely done. Good tackle. And Leongatha might win this one. Or do they? No, it comes back. Big Prowse picks it up, and then he's taken a ground. The umpire says holding the man without the ball. And he'll get the free kick. Feeds it off nicely. Riley Baldy, left leg, top of the square. Needs a winner here. Read beautifully by Ben Velsen.
Play on, said the umpire.
Play on, said the umpire, and they do just that.
Heppel.
They do it through Heppel. They kick to space, and if Brill gets the bounce, he might have some room to move. He does. He gets the bounce, but there's not much room. They go inside the corridor to Hume from left half-back flank. Hume's got an option, back to Brill. Brill right in front of his coach's box, takes the ball. Looking to go inside, got a short option. He's inevitably, you think, going to go long towards his ruckman, and that's where he goes. Looking for Warren, over the back though. Van Dyke takes the mark. And he walks backwards into his defensive 50 and releases the ball there as well. Dykstra finds a teammate, short kick. Liam Masters, right half-back flank. Grandstand side of Parrot Park. 22 minutes gone. Moe lead by 20 points even. He goes one way and then goes backwards 30 metres in an attempt to spread the Leongatha zone, and they do it nicely. It was coming from
Paxton.
Maslin to Paxton, and now over towards the outer side of the ground. Is that Shields?
Smith,
thank you. Along the line, they're going to give this one up. Marriott met the ball hard. Ball spills out the back, and it's taken by Dykstra. Left leg towards the half-forward flank. Can he find a teammate in Blackshaw? He can't, and the boundary wins out. Left half-forward flank, Moe into attack.
They're pretty good working their way out of that defensive 50, Moe, as well. But a couple of those kicks were just a little bit unsure of as well. I think Leongatha, they really missed that lead up forward. I think this is where Ireland would have been a handy acquisition to the side this afternoon. They're just getting really hurt across their half-forward line.
23-minute mark, third quarter. Well, out of the ruck there was Prowse, and then he kicked it to himself. Paholke's there and not going anywhere.
Oh, free kick, Moe's way for a sling tackle.
So
unlucky.
After Paholke got rid of it, or it sort of disappeared out of the area, he got dumped. So good call, Pop. Miles Paholke has 2 goals this afternoon.
We've been robbed.
Slightish angle.
They stole our chips.
We've been robbed. Boxer still thinks he's being pickpocketed in the train in Rome. So Miles Paholke with 2 goals this afternoon. Right on the edge here of 50. 20 points they lead by. This will be a game high 26. It's not. It's equaling game high 21. And that is on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. The new Tennessee barbecue range has arrived at Macca's, made with juicy 100% Aussie beef.
10-10-70 to 7-7-49.
Harding now chips it to the wing area. Pelicano's there with Maslin. No one can mark it. Play on, said the umpire. Maslin tried to claim it. And we're going to stoppage on the wing.
Not sure whether Leongatha now have to start moving some magnets around to make things work for them as well. But I can see Maskell going forward as an option as well. But we'll just see how this pans out the last few minutes of this quarter.
So tap down by Prowse. Drew does well. Lost the footy, though, from a baldy tackle. Cheffers handles over the top. Picked off by Walker. Pepper, strong tackle. Ball bobbles out. Drew goes again. So does Cheffers. It's tough in the clinches. Drew had a fresh air. He holding the footy, they say.
Jeez.
And it goes that man, Scagliarini. Plays on, tries to get around Drew. Got tripped. And the free kick goes Nathan Scagliarini way. He's been a good recruit. This will be possession number Paul Carter. What's he up to in this third quarter?
24-6 this quarter.
It's a shallow kick. Maskell will grab it, gives it to Marriott, goes backwards to Westerway. His chip kick is going to be turned over. Heppel's up for the fight, though, with Cheffers. At ground level to go. Well done by Heppel. Gets it out to Hume, close to the boundary line. Balfour will try and close. Hume will wheel and square it up to Marriott at half-back for the Parrots. They've got to move it quickly.
They do too, running out of time. 25 and a half minutes gone, third quarter. They trail by 21 points. Marriott comes grandstand side. The sit for Leongatha was Travis Nash. He took the ride, couldn't take the ball. His opposing number, though, does, and that's Liam Masters. But he only does it momentarily. The fight's on at ground level. Centre wing, umpire takes control.
And this is where you know that Leongatha are really trying to do things differently. But when you've got Hume playing right up the ground, he's their lead-up player, and he finds himself deep in his defensive 50 as well. So this is where they're falling down across their half-forward line when he goes missing.
So Leongatha, the big man, Jacob Warren, fights hard. Marriott feeds off. Nicely done. Forrester, kick around the body. Brill, good mark!
Good grab.
Left half forward flank needs to turn and go. Wants to turn and go.
Garnham.
Is he going to turn and go? He goes and kicks to Garnham. It's going to go out the back, or is it? It does. It goes out the back, but it's all Brock Smith who has the ball. Kick from a standing start down the ground. Pellegrino and Brock Smith behind play have words.
That's bottled water, Pellegrino, but his name's Pelicano.
Pelicano, you're right too. Apologies, I got excited. Prowse also got excited. He went up too early. Feeds out the back and Leongatha's Jacob Warren kicks to centre half forward.
Paholke.
Paholke had his eyes for the ball, and can he find a teammate? He can't at the moment. Ground level free kick's going to go the way of Warren.
Chopping of the arms.
Yeah, Jacob Warren, his arms chopped, gets a free kick. The wing grandstand side wants to go. He's going to be called to go. He is called to go now. He'll kick to centre half forward.
Garnham.
I can't see a winner here, or can I? Garnham!
Brock Smith.
Brock Smith stood his ground, strong mark front of the pack.
Well done, Brock Smith. Stood tall with a Garnham closing, and Smith's outlet kick to Prowse will be good. 27 and a half minutes gone. They hold on by 21 at the moment, Moe. It's been a big quarter, 2-1. Prowse gets called to play on, kicks down the line, although his opposing ruckman's down there in Warren. He can't complete the mark. Nicely done by Harding, the old 1-2 handball. Gets it back now. Forrester, a little chip kick to Heppel's good. Heppel turns, no one's forward. Gives a handball to Davidson. Oh, Davidson kicks to Hume. Prowse comes the other way.
What?
It'll go to Hall now, will it?
What?
What was that?
It was against Pelicano down here.
No,
Yep,
no,
over here.
they said front on contact here.
Box
up.
and they've called over here as well, so I'm not sure which umpire was actually had the call in.
Well, there's the three-quarter time siren after all that. And it's a 21-point margin favouring the Moe side, the visiting Moe side. It's 10-10-70. They're leading at Leongatha at the moment, 7-7-49. It's three-quarter time. We've got one to go on Gippsland Live this afternoon. It's great to have your company on this Saturday. It's a beautiful day out there as well. All thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Terrelgan. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home. Thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Terrelgan. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info. CDBU 48113.
Let's take a look at the top 5 goals from round 3. Kicking us off at number 1, Samuel Grumisk from Warrigal. This is brilliant. Turning into traffic and brilliant goal. Just sneaks it in. Look at that on the replay. Ho, ho, ho. Number 2, Boyd Bailey from Morwell. Out the ruck contest. Barrel time! Bang!
It's an unbelievable goal. It's a torp from about 55 out against the trend.
Number 3, James Harrison from Warrigal. Kicked 5 in this quarter, but this is his best. Look at the checky. Ho ho! I love his work.
No way.
Oh,
Are you
another
kidding
one.
me?
Tell you what,
Are you kidding me, James?
is that Harrison again?
Number 4, the quick-thinking Aaron Heppel from Leongatha. Out the pack, no one at home, and just dribbles it through. Number 5, Luke Sheffers here from Moe. Let's see what the big chef is cooking up. He's on the boundary, dribbles it home. Ha ha ha, I like it a lot.
9-7 Moe that quarter. They lead that 28-24. More interesting, though, 4-zip with the centre clearances in that quarter for Moe. They lead that stat 13-6.
Wow.
Free kicks fairly even. Battle of the Ruckman, both with Leongatha Ruckman, Warren and Willis both had 13 hitouts up against Chris Prowse with 27. Individually, a big quarter by Tom Marriott, 10 disposals that quarter, taking up to 17. Kim Drew sitting on 23, Cade Maskell 22, Aaron Heppel 18, Ben Harding 12. For Moe, we have Nathan Scagliarini on 24, 20 to Riley Baldy, 13 to Trent Baldy, 18 to Scott Van Dyke.
All right, there it is, Paul Carter, all the key stats. Thanks to Gippsland Isuzu. Here's Nick Boxalacino. He's had a fine performance in day one of the 2025 season. Boxer,
It's great to be back, Scudman. That's scores here in the Gippsland League. We've got some interesting scores as well. Warrigal, 8-5-53. They trail Bairnsdale 10-8-68. Druin, 9-10-64. To Sale, 13-7-85. Wonthaggi, 8-4-52. They lead Morwell, 5-6-36. And Mafra, the big one, the upset of the year this will be, 6-6-42. They lead Traralgon by 10 points, 4-8-32. It's not a mistake.
Might be a mistake. That's not.
The internet doesn't lie, okay? So we know that. All right, in the Mid Gippsland Football League, Fish Creek 13-8-86 to Stony Creek 4-4-28. Foster 19-15-129 to Hill End 2-7-19. MDU 14-10-94, big leaders over Ballara 6-3-39. Newborough 10-9-69, only a point leader now over Thorpedale 10-8-68. Tarwin, big leaders here 11-10-76 to Morley 7-3-45. And Yanaar 12-8-80. They lead Mooba North 9-4-58. Scudman.
All right, I've got a couple of netball scores for you. An A-grade netball, Warrigal 74 over the top of Bairnsdale 41, and Druin 72 over the top of Sale 20. So just a couple of A-grade netball scores for you there as well.
Scud, while we got a chance, I'll do some North Gippy ones as well. TTU 15-10-100 to Yarram 6-3-39. Churchill 2-1-13 to Woodside 9-11-65. Sales City 9-10-64 to Glengarry 2-6-18. Yallourn North 11-5-71 to Cower 7-7-49. Over to you.
All right, the final quarter is about to get underway for Harvey Norman Computers. They need a big comeback here, the home tire side in Leongatha, but they don't get the first clearance because that goes to Trent Baldy. Half forward to Dykstra. Can't complete the mark. And his company there was Ben Harding. And we'll have a stoppage at half forward now for the Lions. Crocker looks to have moved up the ground a fraction with Declan Kelty in the square at the moment. 25 seconds into this final quarter. They trail by 21 to the home side. Prowse taps down, but he got over the shoulder. We'll get the free kick anyway.
No big changes for Leongatha. They've left it the way it was. Hume up high, Pelicano and Garnham down in the square.
So Prowse will roll and go. Kelty might be the target. Prowse is there as well. Kelty flew 4 deep and takes a strong contested mark. Declan Kelty.
Big crystal ball there for you, Scudman, because he's on his own inside 50. Crocker let up, left the space in behind him. He's a class act. We know how well he is overhead. And no different there. He had Warren to beat as well. So the height wasn't the problem. It was just how he read the ball as well. So a big mark there for the former coach, I should say.
Could this be a margin too far for the home side if he puts this through?
I think so.
Paul Carter's written them off plenty of times this year in season 2025. Declan Kelty directly in front, and he's just hooked it to the right. So it's a let-off. Minor score.
Still a match high. 22-point lead to Moe at the 1.5 minute mark of the last quarter. The Harvey Norman Computer scoreboard. Moe 10-11-71, leading Leongatha 7-7-49.
So Cade Maskell brings the ball back into play. Can he find a teammate? He can't. It spills out the back. The race is on. The boundary should win, or should it? No, it won't. Not at the moment. Now it does. Wow. There was a group of 3 or 4 players desperate to keep that ball in with only centimetres to spare, and it eventually spilled over the boundary line.
A bit of an update. It's a 2-point game now between Wonthaggi and Morwell. It's 49 Morwell to Wonthaggi 51. Start of the last quarter down there at Morwell Rec Reserve.
Everything I said would happen hasn't happened today. As Moe go forward again against the side I said they couldn't beat. They are leading and are in control. Good kick finds Paholke in outside 50. He's got Kelty one-on-one. He's got the height.
Yep.
He's had 2 grabs. Now this is a goal. I'm going to write it. No, I don't care what you say. Where's the pen?
There it is. Here.
Here we go. Kelty Second goal of the afternoon. He kicked one in the third quarter. There you go. Put it in there.
Kicks one of the fourth at the 2-minute mark, 2:50-minute mark. We haven't got there yet.
And Sovereign did everything right, didn't he?
Yep.
He did everything right from a backman's point of view. He's just, and I actually think he had the second hit at it too because he tried to spoil.
Yeah.
But the umpire, he thought he was in a better position than what we were, and I think we are.
This will be the ultimate commentator's curse.
Oh,
if
no,
this misses.
he won't miss this. If he misses this, I'm walking back to Traralgon tonight after the game.
He's missed it. Oh! He's missed it.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't.
Oh, thank goodness.
It looked like he shanked it too, didn't he?
My little sphincter just tightened up a bit.
The umpire moved to the left just ever so slightly, and, well, he stuck it home. Declan Kelly gets 2. The margin out to 28 now. Big worrying signs for this Leongatha side.
And the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, it's 11-11-77 Moe, 4-4 in front of Leongatha, who are 7-7-49.
Boxer, is it a bridge too far?
I think now it is. I think they haven't rolled the dice. They haven't really tried anything different, the Parrot side, which I would have thought they might have done at three-quarter time.
Goals.
They need 5.
They've kicked 7.
They've only kicked 7, haven't they, for the day? So they're not. It's a big ask. It's probably the impossible ask. There you go.
Ball thrown back up. The big fella for Leongatha, Warren, got the first edge on the ball, couldn't find a teammate. Brill comes in to lend a hand, compliments of a tackle.
And the thing about it all too, this could be a blowout. If Moe just keep going the way they go, they've got a 5-goal lead. They could end up being like an 8 or 9-goal lead by the end of the day.
So it'll be Warren against Prowse. Ball, ground level, Brill taken off the ball. They just got the numbers, they got all the answers. And this time Crocker, who's taken from the forward line to the midfield, lays a good tackle as well. So he's doing it where and when required.
Now, because I was away, I didn't get to do my crystal ball tips as well, but I'll take Polky to do the medal for the he's a class above at the moment too. I think he'll get the 3 votes today.
Prowse been pretty good.
Yeah, taps it down to Prowse. Good work by Warren, though. Gave us a quick one to Drew. Kick around the body, top of the 50. Paxton comes out to meet it. Ricochet off his knee. And then Shield sees it over for a boundary throw-in.
Leongatha get the next goal, they'll give themselves some hope. If Moe get the next goal, the game is over.
Depending on the timing, Pop, they've got to get it. It's 4.5, 5 minutes now. You think they'd have to get it before the 8-minute mark to give them a chance. Prowse takes it out. Here's their chance, though. Forrester, left foot kick. It's across the face, but it doesn't quite make the distance. It will be. No, a free kick. No, it's going to be a boundary throw-in. Garner was looking for the free kick over the shoulder. The boundary umpire said it's my ball.
I wonder if Benny Willis, who's rucking? You'd think Pellegrino. All right, so Pellicano might try to take it out. He can't. Ground level. It's the young fella, Ty Hall, feeds it out, gives ground, and then gives it up. And Moe are running in a wave of Lions, but they can't break through this defensive setup of Leongatha. And again, the umpire takes control. The ball's at the left half forward flank. The Parrots kick into the city end. They trail by 28 points. And we've played 5 3/4 minutes of the last quarter.
It was Pellegrino, you could say, who's in sparkling form.
You did good, yes, very good. Here we go. I thought Marriott might have busted his way through. No, it wasn't. It was that man again, Scagliarini.
Good kick too.
Yeah, and is that Cheffers on the other side? Not sure. No, it's Dykstra.
Ooh. Actually, people want to know how I got Scagliarini through customs. I just said I'm in my suitcase.
Yeah.
I declared him.
Well, he's been good today. There's no question about that. As Liam Masters has the ball, outer side wing. They're happy to run this ball. The pressure's all on Leongatha to try to make something from nothing. Leongatha Moe into attack. Leongatha defending as best they can as the umpire comes in to ball this one up again.
Probably just quickly around the grounds, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland. In the AFL, it's all over in this game. Played down at Ballarat. It was the Western Bulldogs, 20-11-131, defeated Port Adelaide 5-11-41.
Wow.
Word is there's more here at Parrot Park than what there was there at Ballarat. As the kick goes straight up and down there, about 60 metres out from Moe's goal. Leongatha get a quick clearing kick to the wing, although Van Dyke met it with pace. Now working hard there was Cheffers. Squeezed it through now to Riley Baldy, whose right foot kick to the shallow pocket. Out the front of Miles Paholke.
What a luxury to have when you can rest a player to the calibre of Paholke down forward.
He'll kick it.
He'll kick this with his left. Banana kick.
Very, very tight angle. It'll be around the body kick on the left. And he's shaping up. He doesn't really know which way he wants to go. He might even pass this off or look for someone. Although he's going to kick it around the body. Left foot coming back. Not enough. It's across the face in the end. It's another minor score on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. 7.5 minutes now gone.
11-12-78, Moe. 29-point lead over Leongatha, who are 7-7-49.
All right, Maskell brings the ball back into play. All of a sudden, time's a factor as well. But he gives to Westaway, who gives it back to Maskell, and they're got to find some room through the centre of the ground.
Right,
His kick was beautiful, but dropping it in the end was Forrester. Picks it up, he's tackled, can't release it. No, he can. The umpire says, I tell you what, this should be a free kick, actually.
Should be. You don't give it back to the umpire.
No, he's played on, Cheffers, and the umpire's called for the ball. So he'll ball it up. A little bit lucky, Cheffers. A little bit of adrenaline. Had him going for goal or for a pass.
Oh, I hope my vote goes well tonight. Pauline Hanson, One Nation, apparently I voted for.
Well done.
Yeah.
No problem. So if you're listening,
Thank
Nick
you very much for
Lucchino has been here all afternoon. And obviously what's happened has been totally illegal. 24 hours after he seen the Pope, he passed away, and now he's
Not voting
properly.
Baldy, meanwhile, from the stoppage in towards Kelty. Well done by Ben Belzen. Double fist in front of the leading target. Causes a boundary throw in. Now we're going to tick over 9 minutes, Poppy, and it's still 9 points, in fact. Time ticking. And it's in Moe's forward line at the moment. Leongatha got to move the footy quick. Willis shoves hold out the way. Dykstra there, had a fresh area. We'll get a second go at it. No, you won't, because the umpire said holding the ball.
In the other AFL game, my apologies, it played at Adelaide Oval. It's Adelaide is in front from the Blues, 3-2-20 to 1-1-7.
Oh, Marriott's switching kick missed the target of Bent Belzen and it's trickled over for a boundary throw-in. So even the stars can make mistakes at times.
Very unusual for Marriott.
Boundary throw-in now in a dangerous spot for the Leongatha defence. Who's on the move? Holt tries to get out. The Cheffers is there, quickly wrapped up from Forrester tackle. And we'll have a stoppage. So just a little bit of a lull. Best on ground performer this afternoon from Gippsland Isuzu. We'll chat to them after the game. Of course, also our Zambrero goal of the day. We haven't had too many absolute crackers. Then we get something here. No, we're going to have another stoppage. Don't forget Zambrero in Warragul and Terrelgan. Fast food shouldn't slow you down. It leaves you feeling good, does Zambrero.
So metres out from Moe's gone. Willis gets the tap, thumps at 5-10 metres. Crocker the first player there though. And he grab hold of the ball. Benny, he can't. The boundary wins. 40 metres from Moe's goals.
Got a few choices on the way home, haven't we? More Bowls Club, Zambrero.
Yes, we have.
Macca's.
Yes.
Where are we going to go?
Harvey Norman. Ball thrown back in. Willis got the tap. Fed it off to Marriott. Marriott loads it to Ben Harding. Ben Harding's kick smothered. Nice work it was by the big man, Kern Holt. Another boundary throw-in. Let's see if you can get this one out, Scud.
All right. Holt and Willis. Holt taps it straight down. Drew's there. Holt throws him to the ground.
Running out of time.
Yep.
Definitely are now, Poppy.
11 minutes now, ticking over. 29 points margin. Moe's way. They've been solid all afternoon. Out the back. Lindsay gave a quick one there. Now the quick releasing kick was from Forrester to the half-back flank of the Parrots. No one can mark it. Van Dyke did an underground handball to Smith. Didn't come off. Socket off the ground by Argento. It's a foot race. Heppel's there. So's Pepper. They go to ground. Pepper did really well. Strong in the contest. Handballs though forward to no one. Drew was there. Out towards Lindsay.
Oh.
He got shoved off the footy from Riley Baldy and then explodes. Has a bounce. 60 metres out. Delivers to the forward target in Belfer. Jacob Belfer takes the strong mark.
Smallest man inside the forward 50.
Yep, and I think the reason for that is too, Baldy actually had enough time to weigh up his options as well. Crocker double led, and I thought he was going to go that way as well. But once Crocker had gone, he opened up that space behind him, and Belfer was one-on-one. It was a great kick in board as well, but even better overhead by Belfer. Looks like we've got a blood rule, have we?
Yeah.
We have. Yep.
Riley Baldy, just that little bit of claret coming out of the bald skull of his.
He's been tremendous as well this afternoon. What are his numbers while we wait, Paulie?
It's 23 so far.
23 beauties as well, just quietly. I don't think he's actually snuffed one of those disposals this afternoon.
Just had a quiet third quarter.
So the new player comes onto the ground and the ball will go back now to Jacob Belfer to have a shot. Slight angle, 45 degrees thereabouts. It will be about a 40-metre kick in the end. And this could just about seal it for the Lions away from home against Leongatha, the powerhouse side of the past decade. 29 points becomes, you can tell by the crowd, it's now 35, and this game is just about done.
Every player from the Moe side, except for the player going through a rotation, has gone to Belfer. It was a great finish there as well, but we can't take anything away from Riley Baldy. He's set up as well. The midfield of Moe this afternoon, led by Polkey and Baldy, have been tremendous this afternoon, and a nice little finish there from Belfer.
And it's now a 35-point lead, as Daryl said, at the 13-minute mark of the final quarter. Moe 12-12, 84. Leongatha still at their three-quarter time score. In fact, they haven't gone inside forward 50 yet this quarter. They are 7-7, 49.
So they need a response. And this time, though, Prowse taps it straight down to Drew, who gives it to Forrester, who's gone in the middle. Left foot kick towards half forward. Not quite on the chest there of Garnham. He's come up high, wins it, gives it to Heppel. Out there is Trent Baldy. Gathers it and then left it behind. Nice work by Talon Brill. Forward handball picked up though by Trent Baldy. And his kick was partially smothered. Play on to the umpire. Scagliarini gives it backwards towards his teammate, and now forward it goes towards Masters. Right foot kick to the wing. Miles Paholke's there. Spoil comes from Nash. Holt rows it though, and then delivers a kick in the middle of the ground over the top of Cheffers' head. He's got Shields for company, and Shields says, "I'll take it, you Shepherd." Lindsay tries to smother. The kick goes towards Kelty, who takes the mark. Play on, back to Cheffers. 48 metres, kick on its way. Kick is going through. Lukey Cheffers says, "I wouldn't mind a Zambrero tonight for dinner."
Here comes a little blowout we spoke about only 5 minutes ago, though, too. But it's a young... Pop, pop. Poppy.
Is it a burrito, a bowl? Doesn't matter. It's a Zambrero goal.
It's a great setup, too. Both the young fellas, Shields was one of them as well. They showed some of the older fellas how to do it, and they ran and carried the ball in to finish off just beautifully.
13-12, 90 Moe, 41-point lead over Leongatha, 14 minutes into the final quarter. That's on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. The Parrots are a 7-7, 40.
Here's a little shock happening for the afternoon. Mafra, 7-10-52. Terrelligan, 4-9-33.
This is unbelievable. What
Huge.
a turn-up.
No, there's a mistake.
There's not a mistake, Pop. It's a turn-up. Cheffers goes again out of the middle of the ground. Relentless run from the youngster. Again, Holt direction. Kurt Holt got a grab directly in front. Shot on goal coming. Who would have thought this could blow out to 50 plus?
I did. Just then. Only just before.
Boxer tipped Leongatha by 8 at the start of the game, but yeah, you'll take it by 50.
Yeah, no, but at the 15-minute mark of this quarter, he was very
Was he?
adamant.
Yeah.
29 seconds ago.
So Kurt Holt
I'm going home with Paul Carter.
directly in front. Margin currently of 41 points. Who would have thought? We've got some good games happening around Gippsland, the Valley. We thought this was going to be an absolute cracker. First, third. And the margin, well, 41 points doesn't reflect where these two sides sit on the ladder. Moe, a very, very impressive outfit in season 2025.
I'm going to fall asleep. Hurry up.
Kurt Holt walks in. Walks to 40 and puts it through. Wow. And they celebrate again to the Lions, and they all go to Kurt Holt.
It's a massive. This is going to be a massive victory for the Lions as well. They've had some really horrid times here over the years at the hands of the Parrots, but they've actually turned it on its head now and actually repaid some of the debt they had in the past. So a nice finish there by Holt, even though it took him half an hour to kick it. Yeah, the Lions are up and about.
That walk-in had shades of Ben Brown written all over it, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
47-point lead to Moe, 16-minute last quarter, and the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, it's 14-12 to 7-7.
Scud, they've just taken Crocker off. He was a little bit niggly there with that left knee that he's got heavily strapped as well. I think they've put him on ice now, and away they go.
So 26 scoring shots, if you don't mind, to 14 as Baldy breaks through, feeds it off. Now it's going to be Sims.
Wow.
Top of the square. Can they find a winner again? No. It spills out the back. They're not done yet. Moe fight hard like the game's in the balance. They've got it won in one of the more impressive performances in recent years. They have a ball up just 10 metres from goal.
Here's one thing for you. How long's it been since we've seen Leongatha play 17 minutes into a quarter and haven't had the ball inside their 50?
Yeah, a long, long time. Box up. Heppel fights hard. Holt again. Kick was partially smothered. Going to go through for a minor score. Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. The hottest deals on the latest laptop. Save up to $700 when you work and play
14-13-97 Moe to 7-7-49 Leongatha.
Ball goes down the middle. They quickly play on. Nash has it. Drives it towards the half, the wing area. Garnham will take the mark. No, he doesn't. He drops the mark. Handles over the shoulder to Lammers. Got some space inside forward 50 and can find the target in Argento. He wants to move it on quickly. Argento's probably too far out to score, perhaps. That's why he was looking for an option. He's got a runner in Garnham. He'll give the hands off, and Garnham will unload from 49 metres. That's a lovely, lovely goal on the run. And that is a Zambrero goal at a contender, a late one at the 18-minute mark. Jensen Garnham, he's got 4 this afternoon.
It's definitely a contender, Scott. That was one of the best ones he's kicked for the afternoon as well. And the game's done and dusted, but a great finish there by Garnham. A good little setup then too by the Parrots. It's a positive to come out of a negative this quarter was that setup there as well. So I think the biggest target for them now is to finish this quarter off and try and close that score in, but they're not going to win this afternoon.
42-point lead to Moe, 18 minutes into the final quarter. Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, 14-13-97 the Lions to 8-7-55 Leongatha.
So down the road a little bit. Morwell in trouble with Wonthaggi as well, a couple of goals down. Maffra, as you heard, a couple of goals up on Traralgon. Everything I said, as I said earlier, the opposite's happened. And I do like Nick Lacino. The ball now with Hume. Hume tries to change direction. It doesn't go where he would like it to go, and Holt got it and fed it off. Oh, geez, Jeff has tried to get it off the top. Holt a handball more in hope than anything else. Went searching for Paholke. Couldn't find that player. And the umpire from 52 metres out for Moe's goals calls for a ball up. 7 goals down they are. 7 goals. This Leongatha side.
No one would have predicted this.
No. They're maybe better than we thought. My first look at Moe, can't help but be impressed. And I can tell you that Wonthaggi have basically iced their game against Morwell as well.
Well, interesting round 4 of the Gippsland League, and Prowse taps it down. Riley Baldy's been big this afternoon. Sim went to ground, got a handball out though. Lammers tries to squeeze it to a teammate, couldn't do so. And we've got a stoppage in the centre square, just forward to centre for the Lions. 20 minutes have ticked over. We're into red time. You are listening to Gippsland Live on TRFM. Well, thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. Baldy again, got it out, but it picked off on this occasion from Harding. And now a left foot kick to half forward. Target out there is Davidson, can't complete the mark. Gente comes in to help. And we'll have another stoppage out of side now.
Scott, I'm not up to date with all the footy happenings around the Melbourne side of footy, but Casey, have they started the year well?
Yep, they have started very well. Had a couple of wins, and Baldy's been one of the star midfielders in that side. So, look, I think it could be a smoky for a mid-season pickup, but everyone talks about the height, and unfortunately the midfielders are a dime a dozen. But if he gets his chance at the level, I think he can take it. As Garnham has a big fly inside 50, can't complete it. Van Dyke gives it to Paxton. Paxton's outlet kick to Belfer. Sits up nicely for him. In the field of play, we'll turn it over. Maskell will take the mark.
So Maskell, just short of right half forward flank, plays on, inside 50. Usually can find a teammate, can't on this occasion. Ball spills out, Marriott's kick smothered. Now Riley Baldy, the player we just spoke of, his kick was also smothered. They get another chance. Kick for goal from a pack. Just offline and spilled over the boundary line.
So she's all over down at Morwell too, Poppy, and it was a 3-goal win to Wonthaggi. They defeated Morwell 50. Oh, hang on, Morwell's just kicked the goal after the siren by the look of it. So it's a 12-point game there to Wonthaggi. 68 to 50. Hang on, now they've gone behind. They really are trying to mess with me, aren't they? So it's 57 to 68. There you go.
So meanwhile, Baldy just takes some time off the clock, goes to Van Dyke at the half-back. Chips it over the top to Prowse. Just holding on to it now, the Lions. They lead by a comfortable 41 points. Final quarter here, all thanks to Harvey Norman Computers. Prowse gets called to play on. He's going to go by hand to Van Dyke. He'll give it back to him. Just playing around with him now. Now Prowse runs her through some little traffic. Ball goes straight through. He got nutmeg, did Maskell. And it goes over for a boundary throw. And time to start thinking about our Gippsland Isuzu Ute player of the day.
Scudder still a 14-point lead to Maffra. Traralgon just scored a goal, so it's 53 Maffra. Traralgon 39, deep into the last quarter down there at Maffra.
Big upset down there. Tap forward there from Warren. Now running away is Walker. Low kick to Drew. Takes the chest mark. Inboards the option. Although in the end decided to come on the outer side because Garner presents as he has done all afternoon. Doesn't quite get there on the full and goes over the boundary line, and the Moe supporter just hit it 15 rows back into the swimming pool and then realises he's the only one down there, so he has to go get the ball himself. Was instantly disappointed with himself.
Yeah. Another quick score here. Thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland. It's Sale 16-7-103 to Druin 10-13-73.
Jeez, I've got one.
And while we're still waiting, Bairnsdale 11-11-77. They lead Warrigal at Warrigal 8-7-55.
Oh, nice win for Bairnsdale.
Yeah, they had to get one of these, didn't they?
Had to.
Bairnsdale?
Yep.
Warrigal have been in good form.
Second longest trip in.
And meanwhile, as I said with the Moe supporter there just thumping it back into the pool, I literally think it's gone into the pool because their umpires are now calling for the backup footy. Oh, it finally.
Yep.
After about 2 minutes.
Yeah, bloke doing the backstroke ended up getting it back.
It's the same guy that hit it.
Yeah.
23 and a half minutes gone. We just had a 2-minute break while the footy was retrieved from the Leongatha Rec Reserve. Margin at 41 points. Inside Leongatha's forward 50 though. Warren taps it down. Cheffers is there. Handball, although picked off by Marriott. Got through a tackler. And then a quick kick from Brock Smith. No, it's gone exactly the same spot as it went before. Over the fence, down into the pool. And we'll have a bit of a stoppage.
So we should do a big thank you to the Leongatha ladies too from the canteen.
Well, they took some chips back we weren't finished
And
with.
they took the Chiquito roll as well. I see that poor Carter took his. He's taken his home to eat. And his sandwich.
Yeah.
He's got a chance to eat it.
He's organising dinner for the bride tonight.
You should have the croissants I brought back from France.
Meanwhile, ball finally arrives back. And we're back underway. Out the back it goes. No ruckman could tap it. Head over the footy with Pepper. And just tried to give him a bit of a piggyback for Marriott. And realised it was
I tried
the bull.
to bring snails back from France as well.
What happened?
But they escaped.
A free kick.
They took off.
Should have used that as his joke. It was a lot better.
Free kick going Moe's way in defensive 50.
Can I just tell people I did vote? Okay, so
No, you
thanks for
didn't
all the
vote.
messages.
When? Not this afternoon, you didn't.
I did an absentee vote. I was
When?
absent.
You weren't absent.
I was absent.
You're here today. Short kick to Pepper.
This is why this country's gone to hell in a handbag. Blokes like you.
Oh, yeah, my vote's going to make a difference.
It does. Of course they do. Every vote counts. Smith goes to the outer side. Shields can take the mark. The Lions are going to win this game of footy. Don't worry. If you're just joining us, it's a 41-point margin to the Moe Lions, who are travelling to Leongatha today. It's been great to have your company on Saturday afternoon. A glorious day across Gippsland. Sun shining. No wind to speak of. And we've had a great game of football between two sides who will figure in the finals, no doubt. Ruckman again, go at it. If you find any snails, Box has lost them.
I got 6 of them.
Paholke.
I had 2 for each of you.
Drops the mark.
He nearly had one. It just outrun him.
Talon Brill inside, although this time again it's picked off by Brock Smith.
Comes grandstand side, races on. Nicely done too. Young Jordan Shields is the first player there along the lights. Look at this. Kelty's got a bit of room. Needs a favourable bounce. Can he get around Marriott? He's not sure. He does. Left foot kick to the advantage of the big fellow who's been pretty good in this last quarter, Kurt Holt. He keeps the ball in. Gave it up though. Good pressure. Moe haven't stopped applying some neat physical work. Top of the square. You'd think the umpire might take control now, or will he? He'll have to now. 10 metres out from Moe's goals. They lead 14-13, 97. Leongatha 8-8-56.
Blood rule again.
Is it
Harding?
Harding this time.
Did I tell you I achieved a big first over in France?
What's that?
Well, France I did, and then Switzerland. Well, I peed my pants in Paris,
You peed your pants in Paris.
going up the Eiffel Tower.
It's not the first time I've heard.
I peed my pants.
He doesn't
Yeah.
like
And
heights, and so he went to the baby level and wouldn't go any higher.
And then in Switzerland I pooed my pants.
Yeah. Oh, did you?
Yeah, up, going up a gondola.
Here he goes again.
The stoppage inside forward. That stopped that boxer. As Blackshaw gives it to Dykstra, lowers the eyes and missed the target.
He got to the
Good
Eiffel
spoil.
Tower and he said, I can't go any higher. And they said, look, this is just reception. The tickets, you buy the tickets
On the next
to go
level.
up the tower over there.
It's petering out. Who would have thought this game would do that to us? 41 points as the margin. It's been great to have Nick Lucchino back for us. As special comments for Carpet Country. Whoa, Trent Baldy!
Siren.
Exclamation mark. Puts it there. Trent Baldy gets one through. I think that was the horns going off.
Okay.
Moe, you're going to get a great victory away from home. Baldy gets on the party as well.
You know you're going to have a great afternoon. When that kick come off the foot, it was like poo on a stick, wasn't it? It was absolutely disgusting. But when it goes through, you take them every day of the week. And another dagger into the coffin there of the Parrots there by Moe.
And Murray now lead by 47 points. We're at the 28-minute mark of the final quarter. And on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, the Lions are 15-13, 103, leading Leongatha 8-8-56.
So back to the middle. 28 minutes gone. Can't be too long to go, you'd think. It's been all Moe in the final quarter. All one-way traffic. And they're going to go again through Masters. Runs away, has a bounce from Heppel. Puts the afterburners on. Right foot kick. Well done by Nash. Nash takes the... it's Sovereign, is it, in the end? Yep, Sovereign kicks it out wide. Has Heppel. Nearly pay that mark. Not paid, though, from the umpire. Masters will give it to Riley Baldy. And Riley Baldy's kick will chisel to Kurt Holt. And Kurt Holt will roll to 50. And then chip to Declan Kelty, who can't mark. Ground level it comes. And good stoppage play.
He's hurt himself too, Kelty. I don't know if it's an ankle or his right knee. He's just got a little bit gingerly then, Scud.
Very proppy. Let's hope it's not one of those. Remember, he had that nasty injury coming into the finals last year. Tap down. Quick kick this time from Nash. Clears the defensive 50, but it's going to come back in. Trent Baldy has it. Right foot. Delivery straight down Talon Brill's throat. Didn't even see a Moe player there, but Brill takes the uncontested mark.
So Brill goes across the face of goals, finds Maskell, Cade. On that left leg, he'll go to Hume. Hume, just couldn't quite get a fingertip on it, and it's been turned over. The handball from Pepper didn't find the mark, and he'll fight hard at ground level to keep it in the area. Can he? He can't. A kick off the ground, nicely done too, it was, by Scagliarani. Sorry, mate, I'm doing my best. As Leongatha clear the area. I think I'll stick with Skaggs. I'll try to get a bit adventurous, given it's not long to go. And now Garnham and feeds it off to Walker. And Walker goes left to Drew, probably one of the better players for the Parrots. Although we haven't called him much in this quarter. Inboard he goes. Back to Sovereign. Down the line they go. Back to the player I just spoke of in Garnham. And right half forward flank, he's got an option in Hall. Where's he going to go? He's going to go short again. Good running.
Sovereign.
Provide the option. Sovereign over the top. They're going to have a shot at goal, are they? If they can get clear area. Yeah, good dance around. Tried check side across the face of goals. This is going to be all Moe. Just need a favourable bounce and they're going to get it, or are they? Big Prowse. Couldn't get down there. Eventually does. Over the top he goes to Shields. And Shields clears the area. The kick, a little bit scrappy, but they've got the time and the space and the run to give it back to Prowse from the half back towards the outer side wing. Pushing the back, I would have thought the umpire says, Pop, you're right. I saw that too.
My
Free
phone
kick.
says final, and we have the upset of the year so far. Mafra, 7-11-53, defeated Traralgon 5-9-39.
Well,
Pretty sure that's a mistake.
the switching kick, it's not. Miles Paholke comes in, causes the turnover and then dives on it, and we'll have a stoppage on the wing. He's been a good player for him this afternoon for the Lions. What's he had, Paul?
It's only 15. He's been moved up forward in those last three quarters. He had a big first quarter.
Couple of goals to go to boot as well. He's certainly had an impact on the game.
Geez, I've just got an update from an East Gippsland game from my mate Mickey McQuillan. Boysdale, 43 goals, 27, 285. Painesville, 3 goals, 220.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, Masters handballs backwards to Scagliarini. And that kick was smothered. Trent Baldy's there. Right foot kick down towards Paholke. Gets worked underneath it. Nash will work hard back. Jeffers will close. He's a good tackler. Jeffers has got him. Holding the footy.
The Siren's going to have to go, isn't it?
Jeez, what some great balanced work there from Sheffers. Just held his ground. He was just committed to the tackle.
So one of the better tacklers in the under-18s for the Gippsland Power has come on leaps and bounds this year. He's trying himself at this level now, and certainly has been able to handle it with ease.
We know how good he was at Yanar. We know how good his dad was back in the day. So the bloodlines are very, very good here. He finishes his off. He's had a good afternoon as well, young Sheffers.
Certainly got the head over the football traits that his old man have.
Definitely.
Never shirked an issue. Did his old man, as Luke Sheffers comes in, 48, gets underneath it a little bit, and now gets out the back. No one can complete the mark. There's a lot of Leongatha players around this. The umpire will wait and wait and wait. And has he blown a whistle? Yeah, he has now. My ball, 32 and 3/4 minutes gone. Margin 47. Siren seconds away. As Holt looks for the free kick, then becomes the tackler. And we'll do it again. Just about to tick over 33. We've got all the post-game coming up for you. All the scores from around Gippsland and the Valley. And then, of course, we'll have a chat to our player of the day as well. Can they get one more, the Lions? It's in their forward line. Chain of hands, ricochets from Forrester's boot. There goes the siren. No? Yes.
No.
No?
I fell for that one before. Yeah.
It's the train going through. It's the old train through Leongatha. That hasn't been here for 20 years.
And more. Ask Paul Carter.
33 and a half minutes gone, final quarter.
He used to ride on it when he went to school.
With the hat you gave him, he looks like the train driver.
Free kick to Sovereign, gives it to Brill. Brill drives it out, relieves the pressure for a moment. Lammers is there. Xavier, can he tap it? There's the siren. And a fantastic victory for the Moe Lions this afternoon. What a big victory it was too. 47 points in the end. It is 15-13-103. Moe have defeated Leongatha on their home turf, 8-8-56. A break, and we'll come back and wrap things up here from Parrot Park this afternoon. You've been listening to Gippsland Live, all thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Terralgan. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home. Thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Terralgan. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info. CDBU 48113.
Let's take a look at the top 5 goals from round 3. Kicking us off at number 1, Samuel Grummusk from Warrigal. This is brilliant. Turning into traffic and brilliant goal. Just sneaks it in. Look at that on the replay. Ho, ho, ho. Number 2, Boyd Bailey from Morwell. Out the ruck contest. Barrel time! Bang!
It's an unbelievable goal. It's a taunt from about 55 out against the trend.
Number 3, James Harrison from Warrigal. Kicked 5 in this quarter, but this was his best. Look at the checky. Ho ho! I love his work.
No way.
Oh,
are you kidding me?
Tell you what.
Are you kidding me, James?
Is that Harrison again?
Number 4, the quick-thinking Aaron Heppel from Leongatha. Out the pack, no one at home, and just dribbles it through. Number 5, Luke Sheffers here from Moe. Let's see what the big chef is cooking up. He's on the boundary, dribbles it home. Ha ha ha, I like it a lot.